Yeah, we're back here at Chiswick in Duke Meadows, and a couple of the girls from our Wildcats have come over, and I'll just ask them how they went and how they found the game. I've got Alex here who's from Bundaberg in Queensland, first year player. How do you find footy?
Mate, the transition from football to AFL is quite an easy one, but I really enjoy the physical side of things.
And you obviously played a bit of sport back home. What was your background?
Playing football, but PE teacher, mate. I just get amongst everything, so I really like the challenge that AFL set. It's been a really fun season.
And how do you find your time in London? How long have you been here?
I've been here since January. It's been ever since I joined the team. It's made the transition over here so much easier. Everyone's just willing to get amongst it and have a really good time.
Yeah, that's what it's all about being down here as well. It's just getting around each other as a club. And I'll just switch on to Di. Di, you're from Queensland as well, aren't you? You're a Queensland girl. How do you find footy? Being obviously a rugby predominant state, how do you find it?
Footy is really good to mix up. I've played netball my whole life, so it's good transition over. Similar skills you need. But yeah, not massive in Queensland, the old AFL. So it's good to come over here and it is still massive and get amongst it.
So does that mean you're a AFL supporter? So who do you support in the AFL?
Oh mate, I think we've had this chat before. I'll go with the Lions through and through, but we know they struggle, so yeah, I'll stick with them.
So the poor old Brisbane Lions. So have you got any other sporting background before footy, or is this your first time playing sport other than netball?
I'm same as Alex, PE teacher, so squash is like my main sport and netball, yeah, but dabble in everything.
Cheers. And I'll just have a quick chat to Elle, whose better half is playing in the Cats today, big Stevie Conlon. Obviously from Victoria. Sorry, New South Wales. I've just been corrected. Sorry. Well, that's like calling me a South Australian, but anyway. So how do you find footy? Is this obviously your first year?
It is my first year. I find it a lot of fun. I mainly just love hanging out with the girls every weekend and just having a run around, exercising. It's just a lot of fun.
So obviously, yeah, being obviously on the border, is it on the border of New South and Vic? So obviously you come from a footy background. Who's the local team back home?
Barellan 2 Blues. I've got the jumper on. Go Barellan.
And is that the same club that you and Stevie got involved in, or did Stevie come from somewhere else?
No, we actually are both from the same hometown area. So I used to play netball for Barellan and Steve used to play footy there. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So obviously having the netball background, have you played footy before at all?
I did play Auskick up until I was about 8 or 9 years old. I was a lot tougher back then. I was pretty good. But then I started playing netball and got a bit soft, to be honest. So it's good to reignite that.
Yeah. And so I'll just quickly ask you girls, how do you think you'll go, obviously through the grand final? Congratulations. How do you think you'll go and who are you hoping to play against?
I don't know. Who are you hoping to play against?
I know both teams are going to be quite competitive out of the Swans and the Demons, but Demons put up a very tough competition today. And I think we were very lucky, but we came through with the win, which is excellent. We got the week off, and we'll just have to wait for their game next week to see who we play and prepare for that as we have for the whole season.
Thanks very much for the chat, girls, and best of luck for the grand final. You've done well, and you deserve your spot. And I'll just go quickly back to the game now. We've got the North London Lions and the Wandsworth Demons playing in the Women's Premiership Conference. And it's just coming down again here, and I think our mate Matty Pike, he's just gone and got himself a beer, which is well deserved.
Yep, well overdue. Tried to get a burger as well, but running a bit low.
And ball up here. Wandsworth knock it forward. Kicking to left of screen, obviously. Gets in front, takes a good chest mark.
Good standard early.
She'll kick.
Well, she's played on.
She's run around here. She'll kick up high. And contested footy's gone to ground. She's run around the side, dish the handball out wide. She'll kick from an acute angle here. She gets it. That's a good goal. And that is a very good goal. Right in the pocket. A bit like Eddie Betts there.
Hits the scoreboard early. I've just noticed our boy Glenn Jakovic back for his third game.
Glenn Jakovic has run, I think, about 50 Ks here. He's done really well. He's dishing the water out nicely. And doesn't mind a good old throw-in if he gets a chance. So score is 1 goal to the Wandsworth Demons, to no goal to the Lions. Umpire about to throw it up here in the centre ground. Throws it up. The big girl on the ruck knocks it forward. Bodies clashing there. Bit of clash of heads. I think they're all right. They'll get up. They'll go again. Very physical early on this girls' game. It's good. Good to see.
Yeah, see how long that ball gets gets to take heavy.
Ball's held up at centre half forward there for the Demons. The Lions trying their best to get it out. Can't get it out. She's got her toe on it. She's ducked her head into that. She's all right though. Play on, the umpire says. Ball's been held up and he'll say, I'll have that.
Obviously none of the teams wanted to wear their clash Guernsey today. Very, very similar.
Very, very similar. Yeah. The
Umpire will have to
Wandsworth
be on his
teams.
toes. Speaking of toes, just towed that
She's
ball,
slung him
potentially
around
dropped
there.
it.
Sockers it. Can't pick it up. Gives the handball. Kicks
Clearing
down to
kick.
the centre of the ground.
Straight up the guts.
Bounces nicely for Wandsworth. Puts it up. And
Ooh.
that's a good mark there by the big girl. The big girl, Crofty. Kicks it forward.
Springs out the back.
She's had another shot at goal here, and that'll be a behind.
All Demons
Sprayed
early.
it there.
All Demons early. Started very well.
The Demons obviously one of the, I think the only team in the competition that have 2 women's teams. So it's very good by them to get the girls together.
The Lions girls have to step up a bit here. Can't let the Demons get too many on the board. Like I said, wet weather footy, be struggling to get them back. It's always tough what you put a slow start down to, isn't it? You don't know whether it's a warm up or just a few flat boys or girls in this example.
In our case, whether it's if you've just strolled in from the slug, and that's the defender done well to get a hand on that.
And the goal umpire's gone, and that'll be a point.
She's drawing the footy up with her Guernsey. I think it's going to be
Yeah, I think
any help there.
I think Guernsey might be a bit wet as well, so I don't see much point in that, but that's all right. Whatever helps. Ball
Kicks
gets
out
kicked
wide.
wide.
No mark.
Lions are away here.
Kicks
Nah,
it forward.
it's a great pickup.
She plays on, kicks to the hot spot. Can't take a mark. Turns and gets wrapped up.
Oh.
Good tackle by the defender.
Tried the old razzle-dazzle, but the defender said no thanks.
And I think the girls are calling for out in the full, and his out in the full must have come off her toe. Oh, we just got a emus here. Big Javin Roberts, the boy from WA, like myself, Cottesloe. Do you want to have a few words with us, mate?
I think he'd love to, old Jay. No stranger to a bit of a chat.
He originally in the Navy, so obviously from the Navy, mate. Just talk us through what it was like being in the Navy and that.
It was a great experience. It was a great place to grow up into a man and see the world and make some really good brothers.
Good story about me and Jay, actually. We come from we lived at the same spot back home for about 4 or 5 years, and we've never actually met each other. So
Oh yeah.
till we got to London town, so pleasure to meet him now.
So what's your local club back home, mate? Obviously being in Perth.
Cottesloe Roosters.
And how are they going this season, do you know?
Yeah, we're middle of the table, both grades, so we're doing all right.
And obviously, who do you support in the AFL, mate? I think it's a good team at the moment, aren't they?
Adelaide Crows.
Adelaide Crowies.
Adelaide Crows, yeah.
Sure, old Tex wouldn't mind having a few frothies with you, mate. You'll be laughing.
Love to have a beer with Buddy Tex.
Anyway, cheers, Jay, mate, for the chat.
No worries, mate.
All the best, mate.
Very good, boys.
And the
Glenn Jakovic says,
Glenn.
boys, that'll be mine. I'll take my 30th throw-in. And he's
Jacko.
done beautifully.
I think he switched it up to the right hand there,
He can do it on all, can't he?
and he's kicked that, scrambled forward. Good pick up by Lions there,
Vicious early, isn't it?
and that's
That's holding
and
the
that's
ball.
holding the footy, umpire. She had
That's-
plenty of time and space. They just couldn't get rid of it in time.
She started well, this bird, hadn't she? She's getting her hands on the pill.
She'll line up from about 40 out, puts it up,
It's a fair roost.
gone
Accuracy,
astray,
an issue.
and that's a throw in score on the West London Wildcats scoreboard is 1-2 to the Wandsworth Demons, 2 no goals to the Lions. 8 points here at the moment. She's thrown it in. Skinner foul Roos. That's a good punch down. Can't pick it up. Can't pick it up still. Soccering it around. And that'll be in the back, I think, or high. Yeah, Wandsworth free kick right in the goal square.
Right, Lions have got to change something because Demons are just all over it at the moment.
She'll stroll back and I think she's shanked that. Just hooked it a bit too much.
All of this talk about shanks getting me a little bit hungry, Slato.
Oh, and our mate Amy here just wants a bit of a shank. You want to have a couple of words, Amy? Alex, Amy? I keep getting confused. I'm sorry.
Average by you, Slade. Very.
Very average.
Right, looking for the kick out. She goes wide, outside of the wing. Ball gets spilled off. It'll go over. Glenn Jakovic lurking beautifully. And goes, what do you want it, girls? Left or right? Drops the bottles. Says, nah, I'll chuck her on the right.
Could improve on the technique though there, Jacko. Bend the knees a bit. Get a bit more height.
Yeah.
And she's scrambled that out. Good pick up by the Wandsworth.
Almost
Smothered.
a falcon.
And doesn't like any of that, she reckons. Get off me. Throw it up. Punches forward. Oh, she's got plenty of time here. She'll have a shot.
Oh, that's...
I think that is a point.
We've got to give this girl a nickname, I think. She's featuring in the ball possessions nicely. We can give her 32, old Roo. Mark
32.
Rashudo, potentially. Old lefty LaRue. It's a great one. Struggling to get it out of the defensive 50 here, the Lions. It's a great kick.
It's a fair roost on her. She did about 40 metres there. Can't get a kick on it. Just
Not ideal for the old ears, that one.
Just a bit of interference there with the umpires, Mike.
Umpire's doing a great job for us today.
And I think that'll be a ball still in play. Hands it back, kicks it forward, and she can't wrap the ball up. She's thrown it out. Can't collect it cleanly. Dishes it out wide. Kicks it out wide to the far side there. I think that'll be a ball up. Rain's starting to come down again in here.
Yeah, not a great day for footy.
Definitely a good day for your Gardens though. Thrown up, knocked down forward. How have you found the competition over in London?
It's been absolutely fantastic. There's 2 competitions we have over in London. We've got the ladies premiership team here, where there's 4 teams competing. We've also got the conference, which we, as the Wildcats, compete in. There's 4 teams competing there as well. So each division, I think, play around 6 games per season, and that comes down to the finals footy, as we're seeing here today, which is a very tough competition.
And obviously, being in the conference, which is the seconds competition, do you reckon you could match it with the premiership competition?
Yeah, we have been told by a couple of the premiership competition teams that we actually play a pretty decent football. So maybe going into next year we might be able to step up the game. But as this is our first year in the competition for the Wildcats women's, it's been I think good for us to be in the second division, that a lot of us haven't played before and are learning to learn the game and love the game, that we'd develop our skills a little bit more for next season.
Obviously through to the grand final in 2 weeks' time. What sort of chance do you give yourself there? Obviously going through undefeated, you'll be going in confident.
Oh, every game's different. You just got to treat it differently. Finals footy's always tough. Every team comes out blazing. You just don't know what to expect from everyone, so we just got to stick to our game plan and I suppose do what we've been doing in training, which is getting the ball forward and getting it to our forwards so we can kick some sausage rolls.
And obviously, being your first year player, have you got any tips for girls who are just starting to find, their strides playing footy, or they're interested in playing? What would you recommend they do?
I mean, if you're moving over to London, it's a great way to make some connections. Really good bunch of players, like both men and women's. I've met a lot of good friends that are just so involved in the club that you can catch up for after work drinks if you need to, vent some steam. But other than that, it's a great game to get involved in, whether socially or competitively. It's something for everyone.
Yeah, and obviously playing footy for the first time, have you picked an AFL club back home?
Mate, not yet. Being from Queensland, I've loosely followed the Lions, but their recent performances, I just have to step back a little bit. And
Yeah, you could probably go for Gold Coast, whose performances also aren't that flash.
So does that mean you're a league girl? Who do you follow?
Mate, to be fair, I've never really followed any team in any sort of code. I just love playing sport, whether it be soccer, footy, whatever. I just love playing and just sport at the end of the day. It's all about getting involved and getting amongst it.
So does that mean you'll be back down next year?
Hopefully. I'll see where my plans go, whether it be travelling or whether I can keep up with this lovely weather that London's put on today for us. I'm missing the sunshine of Australia, whether it be winter or not, but Bundy temperatures usually in the late 20s, early 30s still in this time of year, so that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, a bit not the best weather, but cheers again, Alex, and I might come back to you later on.
No worries, mate. Cheers. Keep up the good work.
So the scoreboard on the West London Wildcats reads 2-4-16 to no goals to the Wandsworth Demons. Ball scrambles out wide, wrapped up in a tackle, brought to ground. That's a good tackle there. And I think he's played that hole in the... No, he's played play on. And he says, I'll have that.
Right, Demons are still well in control here.
Obviously, being second year down at the club, Pikey, what's been a highlight for you, and why should people come play London footy?
I think it's just a bit of a taste from home, mate. I think when you move over the other side of the world, you do start to miss home, and then playing footy here. When I first came here, I knew nobody to the footy club that was, and then you instantly get about 100 mates. So, like I said, all today it's very, very homey. You got the barbecue going, you got the beers, like plenty of Aussies, but plenty from around the world as well. So, I think it's good. It just separates everything, keeps you in check a little bit. So I definitely recommend.
And if anyone back home is thinking about coming into London and you play footy, just get on to Facebook and like West London Wildcats or AFL London, and we can sort you out with a team there. She kicks forward down. That's a good chest mark there, and she'll have a shot at about 35 out on a slight angle. And the old green boots there.
Yeah,
it's a bit of an unorthodox kicking style, but it's spun the right way, and she's put it to a teammate. That's a good mark.
Don't mind those boots. I run a very similar pair myself.
Like to stand out in the footy field, mate?
Nah, just
let your footy do the talking.
Nah, to be honest, I wanted to get the white and green ones, predominantly white, but they were 28 quid, and the green ones are actually 16, so I went with the 16.
Yeah, and she's kicked that nicely, and that is a goal. That puts the Wandsworth Demons 3 goals, 4 to no goals to the Lions.
And that'll be quarter time, I believe.
That's a good way to finish the score. I think the I think the Lions are really breaking down at centre. Really, they need to run a bit harder and use the ball a bit cleaner. Obviously, the Wandsworth Demons have definitely got a good brand of footy out where they come from, and it's definitely shown on the footy here. If you were amongst the girls right now, Alex, what would you be saying to them if you're a Lions girl?
They really need to do something with their defensive third. The Demons are just building a wall around that 50, which makes it very difficult for them to get forward. I think they just need to get their players, maybe some from forward, pushing up to put a little bit more pressure on their midfield there.
Yeah, that's a good point. And obviously, have you played against any of the girls before in these teams?
We had a couple of games in the pre-season competition, but other than that, no.
And how did you find the pre-season competition when you first started all playing together?
First time playing AFL, I just wasn't ready for the physical contact coming from a soccer background. But it was very interesting. It was a very good injection into the game, and I think a lot of girls were new to the game, so we were all pretty steady on our feet. Weren't really ready for the contact side of things, but definitely the football that you're seeing today is a lot better than we saw back in April.
What would you be recommending to the Lions at the moment? Obviously, didn't have a great deal of the ball there. Demons were all over them. What does the coach tell the Lions at the moment to get back into it?
I think they need to get a little bit wider just to get the pressure of them right in the middle. But as I said, the Demons just look very strong in there. They seem to be working to their game plan, which makes it very tough for the Lions.
Yeah, the Demons are doing really well. Obviously, capitalise on their opportunities. I've seen you kick a few goals in the season, a couple of crumbing goals. Do you fancy yourself as a forward or a backman?
It depends where the coach puts me. I don't mind kicking some goals up front. Today I played a little bit centre half forward and around the ball today. My fitness level's probably more suited to up front, but I mean, wherever I need to be put, I'll just play and just do my best.
Yeah, that's the thing about footy. I think the positions are very loose. You can sort of go for a run if you want to.
Yeah, I had a couple of runs today, a couple of bounces of the ball. I didn't know where they were going to go off the ground, but I managed to keep them in my hands for most of the time and try to get to that hot spot each time after I did some trots down the wing.
Any sausage rolls today?
Mate, no sausage rolls, not after my last week's effort. I think I kicked 4 and 6.
Oh.
Couple off the posts. Not my best effort, but maybe lay off the brewskis the night before.
So, obviously, I actually saw you have a run and a bounce, and did you back yourself in there, or did you just...
Got a bit ahead of yourself there, did you? Goal of the year.
Mate, I was getting a little bit nervous. If I did any more bounces, I'm sure they were just going to go off skew whiff. So I thought just leave it to the other girls that are playing up front and get rid of the ball as soon as I could. Otherwise, I might have just mucked it up and got absolutely annihilated.
Our marquee getting a workout again from the English weather.
Our marquee's held up well here. I think the boys done a good job to tie this down. We just got a Raiders player coming in. Sam Telfer, who was on the mic earlier.
We'll get the great man. We'll see he's got a bit of a limp about him at the moment. Telf, you come over for a chat, mate. Just noticed a bit of a limp on you at the moment, mate. Can you talk us through that one?
Knee's no good, boys.
Talk us through. Is this a recurring injury or is this fresh?
Recurred from last week, yes.
What was the word from after the game?
Just weren't good enough as a team, were we? All day long.
Did the weather obviously played a massive part? Just couldn't capitalise on the scoreboard. I think it was 6-7 points, was it?
No, it was a bar of soap out there, mate. Didn't really matter in the end of the scoreboard, did it?
No, it didn't. But the beauty of top 2, mate, you get another chance next week.
As we come back in for the second quarter, the Wandsworth Demons kicking to the right of screen now, and the umpire's called that back.
Well earned beer there, Slato.
Yeah, I think it's a well-earned beer, mate. I've been here since about 8:30 this morning, so I've been dying for a couple of tinnies.
Right, the ball straight in front of us, centre wing. She puts the afterburners on, says, see you later. Kick smothered, though.
Kicks it forward. Gives it to a handball. She's handballed back, used the quarterback well. She'll switch that up into the middle of the ground to a 2-on-1. It's bounced in the favour of the Lions. And Wandsworth collect that. Sockers it off the ground.
Off the deck. Oh, struggled. Didn't want to pick it up there. She's still struggling. Pushed off of it. Demons with the ball. Kicks long. That's a great set of jukes.
Kick.
About 60 out from goal.
Good passage of footy by the Wandsworth Demons there.
Where's our girl Lara?
She'll kick up. It's a bit of a spiral there. Couldn't hold on to that one. Picked
Lions
up
looking to
nicely by
clear.
the defender. She'll kick, give me another chance, she reckons.
Lions defence holding up nicely considering. Ball's getting banged in there nicely.
She'll go. It's a bit of Travis Cloak there with the one glove.
Probably comes in handy on a day like this.
And taking a nice mark down there at back. She slows play down. She's calling her mates to come down. Not a good kick. But luckily for them, she couldn't wrap up the mark. Kicks forward. I think that'll be out in the full, I think.
Might have to send the old text message, chase up my burger, I reckon. The old stomach's getting a bit rumbled.
Might have to get Reevesy to come over if you're listening. She'll look down the line. Good kick. Just haven't got the numbers there, the Lions. She's taking a good mark. She'll run around, just play it on. Kicks it up to a pack. Almost took the mark. Ball spilled out back. Oh, good pick up.
She'll run straight in.
She should slot that.
Oh.
Good pressure by the Lions, though. They put her under pressure to cause her to miss that one.
Probably got to slot those ones, I'd say. 20 metres out, no angle, open goal.
Yeah, Lions are feeling the heat pretty early on here. They've, I don't think it's gone into their forward 50 once yet.
They've got a bit of a huddle going here. Done it nicely as well. Won't be a big kick here from the girls, but probably looking to go wide here for the Lions.
And it looks like the girls just playing man on man at the moment. No zones or structures. And I'll kick that wide. That's a good kick out wide.
I don't think anyone's touched that.
And that will be a free kick for Wandsworth.
Our boy Glenn Jakovic is called on the full as he's just toe poked it. So Demons again. Looks like she's backing herself in here, but she's not a chance. She's about 60 out. Looking to go long to the top of the square.
Puts it up. That's a good spoil there by the defender. Can't get a clean hand on it there. The girl's wrapping it up. It's brought in. Umpire says I'll have it. Throws it up. Good contest by the Rucks. Knocked forward for the Lions. Gives the handball out wide. Wrapped up immediately by the Demons. Wandsworth. Oh, it's a Falcon.
Oh, that's a Falcon.
I think that's Falcon number 6 for the day.
Falcon 6 for the day. And that'll be a fine. Send that straight to footy trip.
And she's put that up.
Bangs it long.
And that's a good contest there by the girls. Fighting hard for the footy. It's what we like to see. Teammate. She'll play on immediately. Kicks down the line. Ball bounces in the favour. And I think that'll be a throw-in.
That's probably a golden chance there for the Lions that they let slip. Just snuck their way in forward.
Just broke down there, going into the forward 50. Can't get it out. She's got it out now. Pushed it forward for the team. Can't pick it up. She's done well there with the pickups. Dished it out. Wrong way though. Kicked forward. And that'll be a throw-in at the far pocket there in front of the Wandsworth supporters. Oniak knocked to the back. Wandsworth Demons started a lot of the footy in these two quarters here. Kick to the centre. Handball back. Push forward. Drop the mark, can't hold on to it. Line's got the numbers. She's stolen that. Good tackle there by Wandsworth. Dished it out to the back. 2 on 1. She'll pick this up and have a shot here. I've just had a bit of a shout out here from Kalgoorlie. Craig Simpson, one of the boys at the footy club, he's been here for a few years now. His dad, John Simpson, is living in Kalgoorlie and working it. So g'day, John. Hopefully you go down to the exchange, mate, and have a few beers for me, would you?
I think Craig's very lucky that old Nathan Fossil Costley's here, or else he'd be the fossil of the club, I think.
Yeah, I think those two boys have definitely got a few stories to tell all us young pups.
Played today, Simo, unfortunately in the losing team for the Emus, but he'll be back next week.
Definitely, he's definitely come from a soccer background. He's only played footy while this time he's been here in London.
Just saying that Demon's pretty much away here. If she can gather, pick up, she can't get it. There we go.
And she'll get a second chance. And that'll be a goal for the Demons.
She made it hard for herself, but she got there.
That'll be 4 goals, 6 to zip.
Demons well in control here.
30 points to the Demons at the moment. Halfway through the second quarter, I believe. Yeah, Simo playing on the wing today. Had a little bit of the footy.
Yes.
But
Simo's van's actually provided.
Yeah, thanks
very
a lot.
good.
Thanks a lot, Simo. Your big red van here, mate. It's a good camera tower.
She's holding up well, the red van. Almost got hit by a golf ball about 10 minutes ago.
Ball up in the centre of the ground. Good ruck contest. Spills out the side.
Oh.
She can't hold on to it. Drops it.
Plenty of action on that far side. We're not getting a great deal over here. Ball ends up scrapping over the line there. Once again, and the Demons just outside their forward 50 here.
Tail up.
Tap down. Lions looking for the clearance, and they've got it. Demons everywhere.
Yeah. Number in favour of the Demons there on that far boundary.
Huge shepherd coming from the back.
Just taking it on. Just put it up. Numbers again in favour of the Demons. Done well to spoil it there, the Lions. She's picked that up. Dished it off. It's good patches there by the Demons. She's put that up.
That is Fletcher-like.
That's numbers there for the Lions. I'll take that back. She'll stroll back, take her time. She'll put it straight down the guts again. Good contest there by the girls. The Demons have got it now, running forward.
This girl's played very well.
She puts it over the back for a teammate, and that's a good kick. Good footy there by the Demons.
Probably still a bit too far out. She looks to be backing herself in. Half a chance, Flato?
I think she hasn't got her measure here. I think she'll put it up to the square. But,
got plenty of height back there, actually, the D's. Oh, she's given it.
And that's a good mark in the
brilliant.
square by the Demons.
Just as our great president, Flinney, is blocking our view here, along with Telf. Does a great job, both these boys for the club. Both on the committee and social committee.
Definitely powerhouse to work by these two boys. Definitely wouldn't want anyone else running the ship. And the score on the Wildcat scoreboard is 5 goals, 6 to no goals. 36 points, the Demons are in front. Demons definitely stamping their authority early on, showing why they're the number 1 team in the comp. Ball up here. Knock to the Demons' advantage. Can't grab it. No one wants to pick it up. The umpire will take that. He'll ball it up there. The umpire's doing a bit of running around here. He's covered a bit of ground.
Could probably do with a bit of height on those.
That'll be a
throws.
free kick for a throw. And this girl here's had a bit of the footy. She's doing well off the half-back flank, covering that kick over the top. It's forward, dragged in. And the umpire says, I'll take that. Ball up on centre half forward there at the Demons end. Knocked forward. Can't take the mark.
Great spoil from behind.
Throws it out. Gives the handball. Good team play by the Demons. And she's missed that one.
Probably could have thrown it on the old left boot there. Wonder how that tent's holding up across the oval there, Slato.
I think the Westpac West London Wildcats tent's holding up very nicely in South Tango Pacific. Top deck needs a bit of work on it. But once again, we thank our sponsors for providing them with our marquees. Yep. Definitely a good day when it's too hot or too wet. Keeps us all dry and shaded.
Yep, Top Deck offering great travel prices around the world.
Offering, just type in Wildcats 10 and you get a 10% discount on any Top Deck trip in Europe, which is very handy to have.
Great bunch down there at Top Deck as well. They're always happy to help you. So we thank them for jumping on board.
And she'll kick that.
Smooth left footer.
A point. Score on the West London Wildcats scoreboard. 5 goals, 8. 38. 2 no goals, nothing to the Lions. The Lions, I think they'd be a bit disappointed right now. They have definitely haven't had enough of the footy to go forward. Bit of a bad kick out there, turnover.
I think it's probably...
it's all right, she'll gather it and she'll kick it forward.
It probably works in the Lions' favour that it's raining.
And that's half time, I think. The Wandsworth are definitely in control here at the moment. They've kicked 5 goals already. A couple of the girls down forward being a big impact on the contest. Obviously, the Wandsworth Demons have got a few taller girls than the Lions, so the Lions definitely shorter. But I think that'll mean the Lions are just going to have to run a bit harder now to get back into the game. And once again, we'd just like to thank all our sponsors at Wildcat Land here. We got Top Deck for the E-News. Once again, thank you for the Wildcats 10 code word that gets you 10% off the discount for the Top Deck trips. Shepherd's Bush Belushi's do a powerhouse of work at hosting our club functions that we have, like our pub crawl and our after parties and everything like that. Thank you very much down there. I'd like to thank Oz4X, who sponsor the Shepherd's Bush Raiders. Do quality deals on the rates that they give you if you're a Wildcat to transfer money from your Australian to your English accounts. We'd like to thank Westpac for our major sponsor as well. Just jumped on board. Obviously got over 200 years of experience in the banking. We'd like to thank them once again. And for the men's premiership, the Wildcats, the Vibe Teaching. Vibe Teaching play a huge role in employing a lot of our teachers that we have at the club. And they can find you work if you're a TA as well, even if you don't have any qualifications. So thank you very much, Vibe Teaching.
Just looking on at the moment, the Demons Ones boys circling in the middle of the ground. Obviously going to have a little chat, little prep up.
Yep, obviously the halftime ritual. They've only got one umbrella out there, unfortunately, for the boys, but they're about to get wet anyway. Not much you can do about that.
Speaking of wet, I think I've just sat in this chair that's quite wet, which aren't doing much for my camel-coloured pants. Speaking of pants, you're running shorts at the moment, Slade. Very ambitious.
Hell, would you believe it or not, mate, when I walked down here this morning, it was very sunny. Obviously, I ignored the thunderstorm rating, and here I am now in shorts, freezing. Hopefully this rain will bugger off soon.
We really needed Tim Noonan giving the weather report. It would have been lovely.
How do you go about it now, Pikey, if you're a Lions supporter or a Lions coach? How do you go about bringing yourself back into the game?
Look, I think they are going to struggle to get back in the game. I think the Demons are just too dominant. But they've just got nothing to lose. You just got to roll the dice. I think they're stuffing around with the ball a bit. Just probably got to get it on in these conditions, get the ball, pick it up, get it about 20, 30 down the line, and just hope for the best. I think you're not going to get too many marks in this weather. You just got to go for it.
Hashtag shit bouncer.
Just had one of the boys come over.
Smooth from KL7.
Definitely, I think he's definitely been running the bar pretty well there. Just talk us through how your routine goes when you're running the bar, mate.
Say, how was the H2O today, boys? I really think it was a turning point when I ran that water out with some smooth water.
Yeah, he definitely
Tagged out the other water boy.
kept me hydrated.
Some good hydration.
How's the crowd over there, mate, at the West London Wildcat tent?
Flat, really. It's a bit flat. I think you can really see the influence of Della permeating the crowd over there. It's a little bit flat. Trying to lift it up. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. How about you boys? It's really coming down. I think I might have hypothermia.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best weather conditions, but yeah, obviously footy's played in all sorts of weather, and can't do much about it. How the beers flowing down over there, mate? Are they going good?
They're going down slowly. It's a gentle burn. It's going all right. It's been a lot of bar work over there, you know.
Bar work. Have you had a few beers bought already?
Nah, I just started coming in fresh.
Yeah,
like to be fresh for the Wildcats game.
When you go back over there, mate, I'm still just trying to chase up that burger that I bought about 2 hours ago. The old stomach's getting a bit nibblish.
Yeah, you got to chase that down, mate.
Right, there's no sign of the old.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
Cheers. There's no sign of the old Wildcats here in the middle. I think they possibly might have taken their meeting to the physio room. Probably a bit better conditions in there. As we see our women's coach for the Wildcats come over, and we will get him over actually.
We will get Big Ben Beeston over.
Big Benny Beeston.
He's coming over.
He is. Benny, would you like to come have a chat with us, mate?
Come have a few words with us, mate, would you? So, Benny, obviously new to the club, Benny. First year and taking on a great role with the women's. How you finding it, mate?
Yeah, really good, mate. I mean, obviously, very, very successful club, good club. Like really good structure, right? So it was pretty easy sort of to walk into the club, and we've already got sort of that structure. But yeah, first year for the women's, which is loved every minute of it. So it's been really good seeing how the women sort of grow and how they sort of learn from week to week. And obviously with this women's game as well, and just women's footy in general, I think it's just growing massively, right? So yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, we were talking about it before. I think from round 1 to now, obviously the girls have massively improved. How do you just talk us through it? Obviously training 2 nights a week. The girls, you get good numbers at trainings. Talk us through what you've done at training and how you've got them to the standard they are now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, it's a bit different to coaching boys, I guess, and a lot of the girls have never played before as well. So you can't be giving the girls too much information or like 58 different things to learn at once. So it's sort of a gradual sort of process. So you sort of start with the basics of the game plan and get a little bit more advanced throughout the year as the girls' skills obviously improve as well. So at the start, it's very much basic skills and basic sort of game plan, kick it to the hot spot. When you're in the back line, kick to the boundary line. And now we're sort of getting a little bit more advanced in terms of hands out the back and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah, and obviously undefeated through to the grand final. How do you think you'll go next week or 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, no, it was pretty unexpected actually to be undefeated. I think the first 2 games of the season were pretty close, and then obviously we played everyone twice and extended that lead. I think our average winning margin has been about 30 or 40 points, similar to the Demons Premier Division as well. So no, we're looking good. I think we lose a couple of the girls for the finals, for the grand final, but yeah, the girls are learning and growing every week, right? So we're getting better every week, which is good. So I think that puts us in good stead for the grand final.
Yeah, you're definitely doing a good job down there, and I think it's fantastic that the girls have gone through undefeated and they're in the grand final, which is a really big effort by all of them, especially with quite a lot of them not playing footy before.
Yep.
What's the chances of going to the Premiership Division next year, do you reckon?
Yeah, I guess it just depends how AFL London want to run it, right? So maybe they join the 2 leagues, or they keep 2. But I think because there's so much turnover in terms of the girls, like you see, the Hawks won the grand final last year, 54 to nothing, and now they're probably the 4th best team in the Premier Division. So I think it changes a lot. So they could probably join them up, or keep the 2. Yeah, not sure.
Just on today's game, mate. Obviously, a bit of a dampener with a few injuries. Can you give us a bit of an update on that?
Yeah, so Jessie, I think unfortunately she's probably done her knee. Not sure if it's ACL or whatever. Hopefully it's not too serious, but she wasn't going to be available for the grand final, so we're kind of planning for her not to be there anyway. But yeah, that's really disappointing. A few of the girls got a few hard knocks. Credit to the Demons, they came out, put the pressure on us. So yeah, so. Yeah,
so what happens now, mate? Obviously got the week off, and then next week, obviously 4 trainings left. What happens now? Do you change anything? Do you have a bonding session? What happens now?
Yeah. I think we'll watch the game at some stage during the week, and just go through some of the good points, some of the bad points, and maybe just do a bit of a review. Not really change anything, mate. I mean, we just keep learning week to week, so introducing a couple of new things probably in the coming weeks as well, and that'll hold us in good stead for the finals.
Yeah, and obviously a bit of a Richmond fan, mate. How do you think they'll go in finals?
Yeah, I don't think there's much. I think we'll probably go better than the Tigers in the finals, but yeah, it's a bit disappointing for Richmond, but yeah, I don't think they'll go very well, mate.
Yeah, no worries, Benny. Cheers, mate, for the chat, and best of luck for the grand final, mate.
Yeah, cool, mate. I just want to say as well, look, if there's any, obviously there's lots of women watching the women's game. Women's football's growing, so if you've got a basketball background, a netball background, it actually transfers very well. You've heard Alex plays soccer. Jessie, one of our best players, has converted over to soccer as well. So if there's any girls out there watching and you're travelling, come and join in, come and play AFL, and hopefully come to the West London Wildcats to play AFL.
Yep, absolutely right, mate.
Cheers, mate. Good effort today.
Yeah, just on that, doesn't matter, skill level, anything like that. Get down. If anything, it's a perfect way to make some friends. It'll make your time in London a lot better.
It's very good to know that you've got that background of friends that you can fall back on if you ever need to meet new people and job opportunities. The Lions now at centre half back, kick wide to the Demons, fumbles it, picks it up, gathers, gives a handball, gets it back again.
It's a great handball.
Kicks it forward on the ground. Didn't bounce nicely enough for the defender. She can't pick it up. Great pick up there. Just tried to kick it, can't kick it. Rolled it forward. And she slipped over there. It's a bit wet here still at Duke's Meadow. I don't think the sun's coming out anytime soon.
No, I think we can kiss that one goodbye. I don't think she's coming out.
Just kick that down forward.
Got
the two
numbers.
big Sheilas there, going at it hard.
Plenty of height there. Bangs it on the boot. Lions have numbers.
And she'll play on now. She's going up the ground.
She's gone bang.
And 2 on 1 though, not a good kick. She's fumbled that. Can't take it. She's fallen over. Lions kick wide to no one. Demons got possession of the footy now. Launch back into attack. Doesn't bounce nicely for the full forward. She gets pushed off the footy.
She's down. She's up again though.
And the umpire will call that in, I think. Umpire says, I'll take that.
Ladies footy been introduced up at Kalgoorlie there, mate?
It has, mate. We did have an exhibition game last year between my home club Boulder and one of the club's Railways. And the girls did pretty well. There's a few girls up there who actually played footy in like Tassie and stuff like that. But I think they're pushing for a women's league, which would be good for the town. What about in South Australia, mate? There'd be a few in there floating around in Adelaide and that.
Don't go throwing that WA around, South Australia. Yeah, we have actually started a competition. So I think majority of the teams, I think we have 9 in our league, and I think 7 of them have girls teams. So it is growing, and it's good for the game.
It's definitely good for the game, especially a lot of women are just coming out of their strides down. There's a lot of footy passionate girls out here who would just love to get on the ground and obviously deck their blokes. So they've got one. I know mine, Mrs. Wood. Kicks forward, can't get forward, throws it out the back.
Potentially a throw, umpires missed it.
There she goes, she's all over it. Moving forward, moving forward. Oh, and she has absolutely wrapped it up quicker than Morgan Brown on a passed out chick. It's absolutely quite amazing.
Lions get the footy, kick it down the wing. Done well there, the Demons. She's put it forward, and that's a good kick there. She'll go back, look inside 50. She'll look for the short one, I think. Pops it up to a 2-on-1. The numbers there, I think, are definitely with the Lions, but the Demons doing well to hold possession. She runs around.
Oh.
Arms up, goes on the right. And that's a very generous 15 by the umpire, I think.
Been a few close ones with the 15 today.
I definitely think the umpires might just need to improve on that, but other than that, they've been pretty good today. She'll have a shot at goal. That's not a bad kick.
It's a great kick in the wet.
And that's a good mark in the square.
Surely that's our girl, Lara. Is it not?
There's definitely a couple of big girls sliding down here. They can play. And that's a goal.
It kicks truly through the big sticks.
Can't miss them from there.
What does that take us to there, Slade?
Update on the Wildcats scoreboard is 6 goals, 8-44 to 0 goals, 0 points to the Lions.
Is that math straight off the top of the head, mate, or you had that planned?
I had that planned, mate, I'll be honest. I was sitting at the scoreboard just trying to add it up. But,
what do you do for a bit of daily crust? I think you're a chippy, aren't you, mate?
I'm a chippy, mate. I'm a carpenter.
Yep.
Just working down in London. Obviously a bit different to back home, but we definitely got a few boys working through places like construct recruitment and ruling and building. So if you've got any chippies or builders or anything out there, there's definitely a few boys in construction that can help you out if you come down to Wildcat land.
Yep, Rallian, one of our sponsors, do a great job for us, especially for the teachers in the summer, getting a bit of work.
Kick wide. Has 2 goes at it, can't get a foot on it. Scrambled forward. The big girl takes it clean mitts. Bad handball.
She's followed it up though, done well. Not the cleans, probably doesn't have it. Umpires let it go. Smothered ball, can't get it out.
She's done well there, the Lions girl. She's held that up.
Chance of a ball, but the umpire says, I'll have it.
Good result there for the Lions. Throws it up. The big ruckman throws it down.
She's done well today, she has. She's standing probably 6'2", you would say, 6'2". Right, bit scrappy on the deck here, possibly threw it out. Ball comes over the boundary. No, it's still in.
Alive there. Let's kick that back down. Puts it up to the centre half forward there.
Bit of space.
Rolls out the back.
Got one out if they can find her, the Demons. Decides to shake and bake. It's all a bit scrappy. No one can pick it up. Wet weather footy. She's found her now. She's come out wide. Got a little bit of space. Kicks it forward. Lions should be able to clear it. It's Smother.
No,
Falcon.
that's a Falcon.
Another Falcon.
Number 7 for the day, I think that one is.
Falcon count up to 7.
And I think her Snoz will be hurting by now.
She's staying on though, the girl. She's done well.
And that's a free kick, I think, for holding the player.
I think she's given it a bit of a feel. No cracks. She's ready to go. That was an almighty Falcon. That was the smother from 2 metres.
Yeah, it's not a very good feeling once you cop one of them in the face. I've been there a couple of times.
The old pigskin would be carrying a few extra kilos, I think.
Puts it up. Can't hold the mark. Girls just putting their feet in there. Don't want to pick it up. It's too wet. Fighting for it now. I think that'll be a umpire's footy.
Plenty of numbers around the ball there. It's going to be impossible to get it out. I think the Demons don't really mind because they're up, but for the Lions, you'd want a bit of room here. You'd want room to run.
Ball up.
Here we go. They're out now.
Nicely. She'll run that now.
I'll eat my words. They've got it out.
The line.
And it's going to come straight back again.
I think the Lions are just struggling on their turnovers, mate. They just haven't been able to find any clean targets at the moment, which I think is what Wandsworth are doing really well, is finding the clean targets and looking those short kicks.
Wasn't great by the girl standing the mark there to sort of let it roll on. We're about 60 out from Demons' goal. Ball's just getting thrown around, no clean possession. Sort of come out now. Umpire's called high for the Demons.
70 out here. She'll put it up, I think.
Once again, not a lot of space to work with. Just
Not-
going to get kicked along, straight up the guts.
Definitely not much movement from the girls at the moment. I think they're a bit tired now as we've gone into the 8th minute of the third quarter. Gets the handball out. Just picked it up. Dish back to the quarterback. She'll have a snap. Puts to the spot. Good mark by the defender. She's had a big day with this defender. She's definitely playing on one of the predominant forwards from today.
Yeah, and it's always a tough gig, especially with the delivery that's coming into him. She's had it tough.
She'll pick it up, and that's a free kick for the Lions. It's thrown out of the tackle there. She's looking boundary. She'll probably kick it down the boundary. Puts it up. Doesn't get onto it very nicely, and the ball roll out for throwing.
She's got a throw in here. Once again, Ruckman doing a great job. Ball comes down, bit scrappy. Ball gets out. Demons ball. Probably 50-50 here. Demons picked up the ball. Wants to kick long. Does kick long. Ball goes to centre forward. Fist comes in. Brilliant. Ball in dispute. Pushed her off nicely there. Gives the handball. Not to a lot. Lions kick out.
Drops short of her player there. And Demons got the numbers. Socks it off the ground. Lions should pick up here. Gathers. It's not a bad kick out to space. Rolls forward. Can't pick it up.
Want
It's
the
looking
boundary
for the
line here.
boundary. And she's found the boundary.
Lions
Oh,
want to
they're
deliver it.
bowling.
Umpire's gone, no. Where's Glenn Jakovic? Here he is.
Glenn
Coming over.
Jakovic. He's coming over.
He's doing a beautiful job.
Oh, here he is.
He's come over. He's just everywhere, isn't he?
This is his 5th throw in for the game, I think, for the girls. He's done a good job. Done a powerhouse of work for the girls. Going over the top there. Great pick up. Toes it forward. Girls can't pick it up. They just don't seem to want to pick the footy up at the moment. Push the man off. Kicks it. Great pick up there by the Demons. She'll push him forward.
Just past the 10-minute mark of this quarter.
And that's a goal for the Demons. 5 minutes to go, I think. And that'll be 6 goals, 7 goals, I believe. The score hasn't been updated. That'll be 7 goals,
Yeah, no one on
50
there.
points to the Demons, to the Lions, nothing.
I think the girls will be looking forward to getting off the pitch, I think.
Yeah, I think I think especially the Wandsworth girls will be looking forward to playing next, or having that week off, which is a big thing when it comes to finals footy. Having that rest to be fresh for the grand final, but unfortunately, it doesn't always roll your way, so you have to go the hard way around. Umpire balls it up now. Good contest in the ruck.
Doesn't
Out
have it
without it, yeah. He's called that a free kick.
He's got the old arms mixed up a bit there, the ump, but he's got it in the end. Probably got to move it quick here. Demon's got numbers.
I think you just have to put it long.
Just hope for the best.
She's got the handball out
It's a
there.
great tackle.
Fighting for the footy. Can't pick it. Demons kick it forward. Waterboy has to get out of the way. He's in the way.
Waterboy, great turn of foot. Black caviar-like.
She gets chased down. That's a good tackle.
Oh.
Unlucky not to get hole on the footy there.
Umpire seen something we didn't. He's called play on.
Kicks it up to nothing. Comes through with a fist.
Bit of
Gathers.
a cramp here in front of us,
Kicks
unfortunately.
it out to the far wing to a Demons player. She'll play on immediately. Hook down the boundary. And that's a good passage of play there by the Demons.
She's played well, this girl.
She's definitely been one of the better players today, that girl. Unlucky with that kick, though.
Yeah, I've got done with that a few times today.
We might have spoken too soon there.
Yeah, I've got done with that a few times now.
She rolls it through.
This girl's played well.
One, yeah.
There we go.
She's had a good game,
That's a
this
great
lady.
kick. Punch from behind.
Contested ball still. Spills out, kicked forward. Even Steven out there. Everyone's got a player.
Oh, he's called it now.
That'll be a free kick for the Demons. Just play it on now. Just put it up.
Goes into the pocket.
And she's overjudged that footy there. She'll pick it up anyway. Gives a handball. Fumbles it. Kicked out to the wing. Ball rolls along. Plenty of Demons player out there to clean it up. That's another Falcon, I think. Falcon number 8 there.
Falcon number 8.
I think she's down a bit. I think she got hit hard in the face.
She is down. The trainers have rushed to her. No, she's told them, see you later.
She's
on happy days.
She's picked herself back up. Good girl.
Oh, we're back on now.
Yeah. Sorry, there was a bit of a technical issue again. Just a bit there. Yeah, as our cameraman just said, there is a few kicks to the face. Link.
I think it's great for the game. Bit of a laugh.
Couple of Falcons. Your mates let you know about it if you get one.
Oh, yeah. Nothing better than wet weather footy either. Falcon to the face, heavy footy.
Just out.
You'll know about it.
70 metres out from the Lions' goal here. And the umpire's called that in. You ball it up. Oh, I think that is three-quarter time at the moment. And the score on the Wildcat scoreboard is 7 goals, 8, 50 to 0 goals, 0 points, 0 points to the Lions.
Are you coming back? Are you coming back?
And at three-quarter time here, the rain seems to be dying off a bit down in Duke Meadows here. Both teams there in their final huddle. The coach will be calling their teams and will be in for a massive fourth quarter if the Lions can kick a couple of goals. It might be on game on here, but I doubt it at the moment.
Just looking at the golf course behind us here, Slato. What do you rate your swing? What's your average?
Handicap of plus 40, I think, mate.
Plus 40.
Yeah, definitely not a golfer myself. I've only played it about a couple of times.
Yeah, more of a par 3 man myself. Don't mind a little putt.
Yeah, definitely go right in the mini golf. Can't say I'm very good on the driver.
Nah, me and the old boy used to go out and he ended up giving me a lesson half the time, unfortunately. No good on the driver.
I think the trick is, mate, you're not supposed to swing. You're not supposed to try to smash the ball. I think you're just supposed to just connect with it, which is a problem that I faced. I just tried to whack it as hard as I could. The umpires are walking their way out to the middle of the ground here. I think we'll be underway soon. You can see the A-grade players just warming up out here, having a kick of the footy. Our Cats boys haven't come out yet. I think they're down in the change room still.
Yeah, I've just got word that they're having the warm-up in the physio room.
We'll be having a massive, massive game this one, with Wandsworth and the Wildcats being two massive rivals when it comes to, well, A-League footy anyway. A-grade footy. And the girls are running out now, and as the goal umpires make their way back to their end, we'll be in for a big fourth quarter if the Lions can get a couple early. But
can you see it happening, Slade? Can you see the Lions forcing a comeback here?
I find it hard, mate, but you never know with footy. All it needs is just one roll, just a bit of luck, and then you get a roll on. It's one thing that I think we struggled with today in our game is that we just couldn't get the roll on when we played the Emus, and we just couldn't hold it up. But as again, the Demons, you know, they played well to get themselves back in the game, and they deserved a spot in the grand final.
Yeah, confidence a big thing though, mate. Lions get a bit of confidence here. But I'm with you, unfortunately. I think the Demons might have this one signed, sealed, delivered.
Here's our girl again. She's done well to pick that up. Kick to the centre. Kick it to her teammate's feet, and that's a high tackle there the umpire's called to the Demons.
And she's down. No, she's back up. Seen a few girls go down with cramp. I don't know if the deck's getting a bit heavy here or.
Yeah, a couple of girls have come away with injuries, which isn't what you want. But hopefully all the girls that get injured today have pulled up all right afterwards.
So the ball out near the Wildcats scoreboard here.
And there'll be a ball in. Throw up. He's got the technique right, this bloke. Oh, he's done that brilliantly. That's out the back.
She's great, that girl, isn't she? She's getting her palm to everything. She's done well.
Handball's off.
Ball just getting kicked. No one really wants it at the moment. Oh, that's a great tackle.
Great tackle.
But the umpire says not good enough. I'll have it. About 20 around the ball at the moment.
We just got another shout out actually. We got a mate called Benny Hamilton. A couple of the boys are showing me the phone screen at the moment. How you going, Benny? Hope you're doing well, mate. As the ball's in dispute on the far wing there of the scoreboard, it's a contested footy at the moment. I think the umpire's called that to him. No, it'll be a ball up, sorry. And the footy's up out for a throw-in now. I'll take a few steps in. It's not a very good throw-in by the old mate there, but that'll do. And he'll have to have it again. It's gone out again for him. And he says, bugger this, I'm not doing it anymore. Great tackle there by the Demons.
Umpire lets it go.
Puts on the boot, doesn't go far. Great tackle though by the Lions.
Lions coach on the sideline jumping up and down. He wanted it. He won't get it.
And the umpire very generous there not to give hold on the footy.
All right, ball on the deck where it's spent majority of the day.
It's been a bit of a hot footy at the moment. No one wants to pick it up. Dished out. Lions gather. Can't get rid of it. Wrapped up nicely by the Demons. And that'll be another ball up. Knocked forward. Can't pick it up. Tackled immediately. Ball socket off the ground. Picks it up. Runs around her player. Puts it forward. Out in front to her teammate. She's paying for the free kick, but I think she's worried about playing footy. And she's kicked the point there.
She's not happy with it straight away. Hands on head. Walking back.
That'll be 7 goals, 9 behinds, 51 to Wandsworth to 0 goals, 0 behinds, 0 points to the Lions. Bit disappointing day if you're a Lions girl, I reckon.
Yep, they're the only team here today that isn't the Demons or the Wildcats, so they will be disappointed with their efforts, but like we've said all day, top 2 for a reason, so they'll come back next week. Hopefully get the win.
And I believe they'll be wanting to play either East London Giants or the Wimbledon Hawks in the Premiership.
Of which play tomorrow, I believe.
They do, they play Sunday. First Sunday footy in London, actually, which is a bit of a rare occurrence.
As we see the old the top deck marquee getting a shake off with the water.
I think that they've done well over there at Wildcat Land to wrap the marquees up in some tarps to stop that wind. Good thinking, boys, over there. And so we'll get a throw in at the far side there. Let's put it up. Spilled out the back. She can't get it off. She steals it off her. Puts it up to the Demons. Demons have all the numbers there.
Once again, very generous 15, I think. Played on quickly, out to the far wing. She pushes back. Plenty of numbers to choose from. I think she's going to have to go long, in which she does. Ball's off hands. Looking for the boundary line, I think. Still in, just.
Gives the handball out the back, wrapped up immediately. Dropped it, I reckon. Gets the kick out, that's not 15. Play on. Puts it up. The Lions, plenty of numbers around the footy. Held without it. Lucky not to get a free kick. No, she's called it. Good call,
called a free kick. Yeah, she's not happy with it, the Demons player, but I think if you go to the replay, you'll see it's there. They're still not happy with it.
And she's just been called around to the mark.
Goes
kick out to us.
Very risky, straight up the guts.
And I think that's a high. 3-on-1, lucky to get that. And she's played on immediately, but the umpire's called it back. Just a bit of breakdown in communication, I think, between the players and the umpire.
Ball slowly making its way back. I think if you're a Lion, you'd be wanting to go wide here. Up the guts, I think the Demons have the numbers and it'll be going straight back in. She does go sort of half wide. Demons with the numbers. You can use a quarterback if you want. Ball comes out. Held into her a bit. This girl's played very well.
Yeah, she has played very well for the Demons, number 1 there. She's had a bit of the footy.
Strong chance for the Demons here. 50 out with numbers. If they can just get the ball out. Kicks long. Lions there together. Once again, straight up the guts. You got to get wider.
Fumbled there. Should have taken the chest mark numbers for the Demons. Good shepherd there by a teammate. Throws it out. Wants to put it on the boot, but she can't. And he's called that hole in the footy. And a couple of Wandsworth girls not happy with that call.
Yeah, I think they'd be pretty happy with the scoreboard though, so I don't see much use in complaining about that one.
Puts it up, and that's a good mark there by the Demons.
Rolls on quickly.
Play on, puts it forward to a 2-on-1.
Wants in the back.
And she's been pushed out. I think she might have milked that a little bit. But nevertheless.
She will line up from about 45, so too far out to score, you'd think, with the ball. Will probably go long to the square.
A little bit too far out to score for her. I think she'll put it up, definitely.
Got some good height down there. That's a fair roost.
It's a very good kick to the spot you want. Couldn't take the chest mark. Ball's on the deck. It's pushed out.
Girl's looking dangerous.
She'll have a snap. Can't get it around properly. The Lions under pressure. Socks it off the ground. And
that's a great mark in the wet. Wants to move on quick. Well smothered.
Smothered off the mark. She collects her own footy that she smothered. Fends it off. Puts it forward. Ball bounces loose. She's held off it. Umpire says, yep. Oh, he's paid it the wrong way, I think. He's paid it to the Demons girl. I think that's a bit harsh there. I thought it was a Lions free kick.
Yeah, once again, though, probably too far out to score with the ball, but
She put it up. Bodies everywhere in the square.
Brilliantly
And I
roved.
think she just socked that through for a goal on the goal line. And that'll put the Demons 8 goals, 8, 56. I think it should be 56.
Yeah, it's a bit tough to see the old scoreboard from here.
56 to 0, 0, 0. The Lions are definitely going to be disappointed today.
Just as we're approaching the 10-minute mark, so 5 minutes left in this game. I think, once again, I've said it the whole day, I think both teams will just be looking through to get through injury-free here. Especially the North London.
Yeah, the Demons girls have done pretty well today. They've set themselves up real early. Obviously, the goals have died down a little bit since this first half. And she'll have a shot there, and I think that snuck through. That's a good goal. She's just squeezed that one through there.
She likes her own work as well, the girl.
It's a bit like Fraser Garrick with the one glove, I think, there as well.
Oh, we got a few of those running out here, don't we?
Couple of the girls running around with a couple of gloves. I don't think you're allowed to have 2 gloves on, though. I might have to check that in the rule book. I think you're allowed to have 1.
That's you tried to start that as your own nickname, didn't you, Slade? The human glove. Is that right?
I definitely didn't.
Definitely didn't.
I don't know where you had that from.
Oh, just a sneaky rumour I've heard, mate. The human glove, what I've been told.
The human glove, why was that?
Oh, just lock down the forward you're on every time. Is that correct? Which I can see it happening. Did very well today.
I do try to keep them goalless, but I got one kicked on me today, just one out the back. But that'll happen to you.
Slade's skills don't just lie in the commentary box. Also a very good footballer. Hoping to lead the Emus into a grand final if we can get in next week.
And she kicks forward here, rolls it. Can't pick it up, picks it up. Bad handball to a teammate. I think that's in the back there. Yeah. Good call by the umpire. We've got the Wandsworth Demons 1's team warming up on the far side. Still can't see our boys yet.
Yes, Cats are still nowhere to be seen.
I think they want to stay as dry as long as they can. But I don't think they've got much of a choice. It's going to rain, so...
Yeah,
she kicks, and that's a good kick, and that's a great mark there.
Although in saying that, I think the only thing you want to catch out here is a cold, so wants to go long, and very close to the mark.
Very close to the mark there. She'll put it up.
Another possible near-miss Falcon, I think.
And she's gone straight to ground. She's dished it off to a Demons player. She's come out with it though. The Lions push forward, 2-on-1. She's done well to contest that footy. Sockers it wide to a teammate. The Lions girl in pursuit. She's not running very hard. Oh, that's been a free kick, is it?
We've got a Lions girl down.
I believe they've called it out of bounds, sorry.
They haven't stopped play. They're going to keep going.
Just looks like a bit of cramp though, so nothing too serious.
Just got to get through 3 more minutes. Right, ball on the centre half forward line for the Lions. 3 more minutes to play.
They're looking to take something away from this game at least, get a couple of goals or a point for the Lions. Thrown out. Didn't really make any attempt there. Lucky not to get hold in the footy there against her.
I think it's very positive for the Demons to not only score 62 in the wet, but to keep their opponent to nothing. They'll be very happy with that.
I think the Demons have done really well today. These girls have really played well. They've taken their chances when they had to. They've been really clean in the wet weather today as well. And they've been looking up really well as well, coming off half-back, dishing the handballs, kicking short, which is probably what you want in wet weather footy. The Lions still trying to take the game on, which is what we like to see. Push through to the final siren. She pushes her own teammate in there. She wrapped her up.
Looking for
kick
one.
It forward, and the Demons have got 2-on-1 here, and that should be a goal for them. Defender does well to block it up.
Oh, well smothered.
Good smother by the defender. The defence have been doing well. They're under pressure right now.
Didn't have it there, I think. Got away with it. She'll
have a shot, and it's missed for a behind. That'll make the score 7 goals, 9 behinds, 51 to 0 goals, 0 behinds, 0 points for the Lions. I think a minute left on the clock right now. Sorry, the scores are 63 to 0 points. That scoreboard has been updated at the moment. On the far side of the ground, she dishes back in. She socketed off the ground. Pushes it forward for the Lions. Ball rolls forward in their favour. She sockers it off. Given plenty of time by a teammate with a Shepherd. Smothered. Lions pick the footy up. Kick out wide to the boundary and they'll roll over, I think, for a throw-in. No, ball still alive. And I'll be out in the full. No, he scored that throwing.
Just as one of our dear mates, Jay's come over with one of the best presents of all time. A couple of fozzies.
Oh.
Right, just milking the
Thanks,
clock here. Siren sounds.
How's it looking over there at the Wildcat land, mate? Is there plenty of atmosphere?
Yeah, there's a lot of atmosphere down in Wildcats land. It always is.
Just as we talk about the Cats, we see the Cats come out, so they'll be
boys are
looking to adapt to the conditions, I think. Just to recap on that game, the Demons run out 63-point winners over the North London Lions.
Bit disappointing for the Lions. I think they'll definitely have to regroup at training and see if they can go next week and book their place in the grand final for the Women's Premier Division. The Demons did pretty well today in the wet weather footy, I'd find.
Yeah, I think that'd be a very scary team in the dry. So we'll see how. I suppose we will be seeing that grand final day. So.
And as the Wildcats and the Demons come over, we'll just take a quick break, and we'll see you very shortly. Yeah, so the about to start the West London Wildcats v the Wandsworth Demons in the ones. The Cats warming up in the Demons. We got big Daryl Stevens over here, boy from Ongerup. Is that right, Daryl?
That's it, my friend. That's it. Just a humble country boy.
Another WA boy like myself. He'll be taking over for myself, so that means I'll be getting plenty of beers in watching the ones game. Thanks, it's been a pleasure, and keep watching. And good luck to all the teams in the finals.
Been good fun, Slato. Good to have you.
Cheers, mate.
Welcome, Daz.
How are you, mate? How have you seen the day so far?
Yeah, weather not great. I was hoping for a sunshiny day. But yeah, no, it's been good. That last game was a bit of a blowout, unfortunately, for the North London Lions. Two's a bit unlucky, mate.
Yeah, look, it was one of those days with the. Yeah, it was one of those days with the weather the way it was after the early patch of Wandsworth really getting on top. Once they were 4 or 5 goals up, it was really hard to peg them back once the rain took hold. And, you know, better team on the day. Credit to them. They played a really good brand of footy for the conditions and got the chockies. It's going to be tough for us now. We've got to go into the prelim next week and try and turn it around and try and get back at them in a grand final. That's the ideal situation.
Yeah, I think it's important. Obviously, both of us next week in the prelim. I think it's important that we just sort of put today aside. Obviously, it's gone now. Next week's another game, so we've got to get back into the grand final, get our revenge, get it done.
Yeah, definitely. How did you see the Emus game? Was it just as a bit of a recap?
Look, we dominated early, to be honest, scoreboard-wise. Probably in play, it was looking for more 50-50. In terms of Demons had plenty of chances to get back into it, and they just couldn't hit the scoreboard. But then they had a very big purple patch, very large one for about 5 minutes there, and we just broke down. So probably when we needed to push on,
like a cork in the ocean.
Yeah, probably when we needed to push on, we didn't. And then when we needed to hold the ball up, we didn't have the composure to do so. So, like I said, we've earned a top 2 position, so we'll come back next week and give it a crack.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's a big ticket item getting that top 2 spot, and you work hard during the year, especially over here on the hard grounds and often in wet conditions. Although we've been pretty blessed this year with the weather, it's been quite nice.
We have, yes. Hasn't really rained too much, except this week it's been pretty average. But just as we look at the teams come in now, Cats have come in for a bit of crisscross handball, just a last-minute rev up. How do you see this game, mate? Obviously, 2 big rivals.
Look, Pikey, to be honest, we both know it's going to be a physical contest. Everyone's going to be hard at it. Both have got strong histories, and with respect to the hardness of the contest, both teams are really going to be looking to get on top in the midfield, and we'll see a really strong battle in the middle there with who will be rucking today for us. Probably Big Staunce, number 18. Look out for him, as well as...
Just looking then, have we, is Woz doesn't look like he's there, actually.
Yeah, I can't see the big fella, so maybe Staunce will have to shoulder a bit of the burden.
Big Stevie might be another one.
Yeah, the big fella might be a bit of a go as well. I heard that we've had a late call-up as well, as of sort of 3 o'clock this arvo. One of the GB boys has had to come in, so...
Yep.
Hopefully he's nice and warm and ready to go.
Yeah, it's a bit tough in these conditions. Interesting that the Wildcats boys went into the physio room out of the wet. Do you reckon that'll see him? What was the thought process there? I think if it's wet, you'd sort of want to get a feel for the conditions, or do you think it was just a slow build-up?
Yeah. Look, to be honest, I think it was just Della. He's a bit worried about his hair. He wanted to make sure the wax stayed in there nice and crisp for the start of the game. Chalice, of course, would have had his shirt off in there, and
I think Della worrying about his hair is not really relevant. He's losing most of it.
Well, look, you've got to look after what you've got, don't you?
That's exactly right.
But back to the football, you can imagine that in the midfield it's really going to be tough and hard. And as we see the boys go into their circle and give some honest home truths, hopefully the boys will be amped and ready to go, and that fight for the contesting nice and close is going to be really interesting to watch today.
See, the first 5 minutes, I think, of this game, or of each quarter, so is going to be very crucial, I think. You need to get the leg up, especially in this weather. Couple goals, probably about 5 or 6 in the dry, so...
Yeah, I can't see this rain giving up for the moment either. We'll have to have a look at the radar, but it's looking pretty dim, to be honest.
Yeah, we were talking before. The radar said this morning 2 hours of 40% chance of rain, and we've had it for about 6 at the moment. So London, classic London stitch up.
Yes, yeah, that's right out of the textbook there. As the boys are making their way to the positions now, they're damp, dark positions.
Yeah, I didn't actually see who won that toss, unfortunately, but can tell you the Wildcats will be kicking to the right of screen as they break out, so we're not too far away from starting the first quarter here of the second semi. Winner goes through the grand final, loser will play next week.
I can also tell you that we don't hang ourselves on tradition over here. The umpires will be throwing the ball up today. That happens regardless throughout the season, and I think it's a fantastic thing.
Yeah, I think we stuff around with the bounce of the ball too much, and especially in these conditions, you just want to get the ball up and let the boys play.
So Stevie Conlon's going to take into the ruck against the big top knot from Wandsworth. Big fella gets pretty fired up. These two have a bit of a history, a couple of cards at the Common last time they met. Let's see how they go.
Ball goes up. Stevie gets first hands. Punch comes in straight to the Demons. Kick a little bit off the side of the boot. Almost straight up in the air. Punch down. Fergie, I think that is, gathering the ball. Overrun it. Big
Good option,
Louis. Kick to the boundary. Our boy Keith Delavadova kicks along again. So that ball getting plenty of lubricant on it early.
Ooh, yes. Slippery bar of soap it will be. Old man Della just doing his thing. Fella had a bit of a run around with Swan Districts. Strong football club back in WA. He's a strong leader at the club, that man.
Demons in control here. Bit of a loose footy at the moment. No one's really taking possession. Who we got here? Steve-O come through, was it? Della getting plenty of the ball early. The big Kiwi, James Stevenson, handballs off nicely. In the middle, Tice wants to pick up the ball. Clears wider. Demons could be away here.
Demons are out here. They pumped it forward. That's an interesting kick. I probably wouldn't have been putting the ball there. Oh, big Timmy Menzies. Good work from the little fella. Just doing the job, getting the ball off half back there. Ball goes forward. We're into the Wildcats forward 50 just about. It's a bit scrappy. Scrimmage developed at the centre half forward spot there. Big fella's going to run away, and that's going to be high.
Yeah, bit scrappy there, to be honest. Needed to get low. Watch the waist.
He hasn't played a lot of footy lately, the big fella, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes, just finding a bit of touch.
Fergie coming over the back. Danny Frawley like with the punch. Bang. Demons, bit of a unnecessary space there. Ball gets kicked in, about 50 out.
Good attack on the football. Mac just dropped it there. Ev, handball out. Big Louis scrambled to kick forward. Where we got Gregson. He's taking it away. Kicks to the half forward flank.
Oh, pushed off it. 3 Demons here. Got time if they can use it. Not a lot on offer. Needs to come across Sam Taggart. Fergie's done very well. Comes across. Taggart chasing the ball down. Dodges one. Gets the handball off. Got to be quick. No prior. Iceman comes in with the tackle. Ball's on the deck. Umpire will throw it up.
It's been hotly contested early, but really both teams just struggling to get their hands on the pill and get clean possession. It's going to go really heavily against the Wildcats' way of playing. Like to sort of chip the ball forward and really move the ball with a succession of handballs and short kicks, and today's probably not going to be the day for that. So they're going to have to adjust their game and work hard.
Rousey, I believe it is. Kicks in. Timmy Menzies there to clean up. Old Max got the job today on Rouse. Very known goal kicker. I think he's the skipper of the ones. I think Mac held him quite well last time they played, so fingers crossed the big man can do it again for the Cats.
As we get a kick here through to the wing. Little Timmy Kinnear standing at 4 foot nothing. Really puts his body on the line though, the big fella. Great work from Tice. Banged the ball into the forward 50. Bit hands-off football there. Sammy Taggart to pump the ball back inside 50. We're out. Can he grab it? No. Unfortunate. Ball spilled though. Wildcats have got it. Kick's going forward.
Can run in here.
We've got a mark here, have we? Oh, no. Made a meal of it. That is disgraceful. Even in these wet conditions.
Yeah, that's not great football there. Big Storno has been known, apart from sculling a very good Stein at Oktoberfest, has been known to juke the ball from anywhere. So Very unlike Storno dropping that one, but we can let him off with the conditions. So Demons from the kick out here. Kicks to the pocket. Uncontested mark. Probably not too many switches going on in this weather, but he will look down the line where there's numbers. Sam Taggart looking to get involved, possibly in the back. Umpire lets it go. Great tackle. It's called for a sling.
Wildcats ball here. Oh, he's just dropped it, and that's 50. My word, it is. And the Wildcats will go into the forward 50. How far is he going to get here?
Wrapped it up so it didn't get moist.
As the girls have just delivered a few burgers here.
Oh,
thank you, girls.
Beautiful.
We've we've asked about 10 of the boys, and we asked the girls once, and they've come across. So great, girls, brilliant.
Absolute rippers.
Thanks to the boys for the burger. Great effort.
Interesting stuff here. We've got Johnny Duffin, the little Irishman. He's probably not one of those blokes that you'd probably pick to kick for your life from 25 out with a wet ball. So let's see how he goes. He's a great man. Oh, jeez. As expected, but unfortunate.
Very near miss on the Falcon. Just an update on that. We're up to 8 Falcons for the day. Hopefully no more for the day for the boys, but for our look of it, we'd like a few more. Kick goes wide. Tice he's played on actually from the boundary. He doesn't mind it. Storno, sorry. Ball clears.
Wandsworth out of their forward 50. They've just chipped that wide, and they're pushing up to the wing here. Timmy Menzies has got a bit of a foot race on, and he's going to try and work the ball to the boundary line there. Probably the smart play in these conditions. And they've kept it in here, Wildcats. They've got a handball out. It's locked up. It's a scrappy football sitting on the wing, and the umpire's called for the ball.
Right, not too much action on the scoreboard here. Very in-tight contest. Always kicked one-on-one. Our boy Mac doing very well. Interviewed Mac earlier on in the day. Very modest man, Mac.
Yeah, he doesn't mind telling people how he feels, does he?
Yeah, I think he'll be trying to get forward at some point today, but I highly doubt that's going to happen, Mac. He's a backman. And the sooner he embraces that, probably the better.
Definitely. Although, showing his worth there in the ruck with the tackle.
Yeah. He'll tell you as well. Hit to advantage. Comes in, tackle, bang. Comes out, fend off, says no thank you. Kick goes in, top of the square. Oh, that's a great spoil. Loose, Timmy Menzies clean up. Gives to the ice man, Chalice. Comes back to Louis. I think that was touched off the boot. Probably looking for bang. Physical, bit of friendly fire, that one, I think.
Bit of fodder. Johnny Duff trying to take the ball away, and they've called him leg. That's an interesting call. Pick it up, Johnny, for God's sake. Try and work the ball in centrally here. This is Wildcats like. Keith Delavadova taking the ball there, and let's see what he can do with it here as he pumps the ball in towards centre half, looking for Staunce. Oh, he came out. Big clash there. Little Timmy Kinnear with a little tunnel ball there, and the big top knot takes it away. Handball out the back for Wandsworth. Good dive. Geez, you can see he's intense today, Timmy.
He's everywhere at the moment.
Playing like he's 10 foot tall. He wishes.
He does wish. What's he... It's always funny with little Timmy. He's the smallest guy on the field, but he does love a little scrap. He's always amongst it.
Fighting the dog type stuff.
One of the leaders of the Mozzie squad.
Love the man. One of my men.
You'd almost be close to that Mozzie squad, wouldn't you, Daz?
Oh, yeah. No, certainly secretary of that one. Chalice taps the ball here. Ev, speaking of Iceman, that man is usually pretty good with the ball in hands, although spilling it there.
Huge tackle. High, though.
Tough call. Ball's popped inside 50. He's all on his own, 71 here for Wandsworth. And he's going to run in. Can he finish? No, he can't. Unfortunate.
In conditions like these, you probably need to be finishing those. Scoreboard pressure.
Don't want to slip the boot in, but yeah, got to be finishing those. Especially on a day like today. Whew.
So we move at the moment. Wildcats 1 to Demons 1 as we are 8 minutes into the first term.
Don't think points are going to get the job done today.
No, can't see it happening. Big Mac goes straight up the guts. Ball comes down.
Quick movement here.
Over. This is brilliant from the boys. Pump it in long. Got a kick now. How far, umpire says keep going. Ball goes in long. Storno wants it. roving down. Timmy will always be there. Gives off the hands. Has to finish. Della loves the goal. Got to move it.
God's sake, boys.
3-on-1.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's overran it.
That is interesting. Oof.
Not great from the Wildcats forwards there. 3-on-1. Probably should have got the job done, but...
Pretty average use of the football there, boys.
Right. Boys are in the zone. In the zone and in the zone.
I like what you've done there, Matty. Outstanding. Some of you better work there, my friend.
Yeah, I'm easing into it. Right, kicks to himself. Goes long to the far side. Off hands. Few tall timber down there. Overran it.
Big
Top
Cliff
knot.
there's on for a run.
Interviewed Cliff earlier on the day. Has a lovely little British bulldog. His name's Lady, which is questionable.
Yeah, he loves that thing.
Right, ball just on the deck. Wants to get it out. Does get it out. Mac. Got to go long here.
Oh,
and if he can get it, Timmy Cronin getting in all sorts of way there. And,
good fly. Never going to be taken in these conditions, however. And it's going to be a ball up. Centre half forward for the Wandsworth Demons.
How do you see the opening 10, Daz?
As we said before, I mean, it's been scrappy as we see the ball sort of cleared here. I mean, it's just going to be a tale of who can be cleanest with the ball. And again, we're seeing that. There's a lot of soccering, a lot of tapping. And when you get those opportunities like the Wildcats had a couple of minutes ago, you've got to make sure you get capital for your hard work, and that's going to cost them later in the game potentially.
As we see a Raiders player, young Timmy Cronin, whose beautiful girlfriend is in Ibiza at the moment.
Gee whiz, what a throw!
So Cara, hello to you.
Wandsworth here, sidestep, really good sidestep. Good effort from Tags on the smother. Wandsworth have got it here at their forward 50. And he hooks it back around, but, no, that's going to be a costly miss.
He's pinned him.
He's got a boot to it. Umpire's called play on. Louis got the ball. He's picked it up. He's got a little handball out, and that's going to be a throw-in, I think. Yes. See if Timmy Cronin can get it slightly shorter this time and a bit more realistic.
Very lucky there for Ev, I think that was, down there. Had a week off last week due to suspension, the fella. Good to have him back, though.
Ball's out again. Deep in Wandsworth's forward 50. Hopefully the boys can get the ball out from here. Score's still one apiece. It's resembling a soccer scoreline, not a football scoreline. As we clear the ball out, but all to no avail as there's just Wandsworth players setting up. Although a great tackle there sees Tyson pinch onto the ball. He's very agile, the big fella. He great set of dreads too. Really looks after those things.
Yeah, it's his pride and joy. He's got it again.
Oh, that's interesting.
Opts to not hit the left foot. But he's gained about 50 metres there.
Agricultural at its best.
Just in front of the Wildcats squad there, so...
Big shout out to the big girls' blouses that are sitting in the cars there, staying nice and dry. I hope you're warm over there, boys. Handball comes out. Delivered Divers. Oop, he's overrun it. Johnny Duffin circling around there. Irishman with a bit of fate.
Just as the ball goes out, straight in front of the big marquee, sponsored by Westpac, one of Australia's leading banks. Westpac jumped on board our sponsorship, so thank you very much for that.
Great to have them on board. Andy Chalice working hard on the ball there as we see the ball go to the forward line.
He's away now.
Kick it. Thanks, Grigson. Oh, no. Overrun it. Unfortunate. Wandsworth to clear here across their half-back line. And that's a good kick coming out to number 8 for Wandsworth.
Big Louis looked for the punch here. Great punch. Umpire's called here. I'm not sure what. I don't think it actually went out, but she's called it.
Oh, God. This is, for those of you watching back home, a bit of confusion here. The umpires do a fantastic job over here. However, as you can imagine, from time to time, they do get it wrong. They're certainly human like the rest of us, but we find it a bit difficult because obviously everyone's a critic, but over here they don't get as much training as they do back home. You know, They're not brought up on everything, so you do get a few stoppages where people sort of just turn around and don't understand that.
Massive tackle straight in front of us. Bit of action here, Daz. Front row seats.
Oh, beautiful. About time they got the ball over here.
So Mac finds himself out of full back. He'd be loving this. Slowly sneaking his way into that forward 50. Right, one of the Raiders players, Bede Kavanagh, that I'm lucky enough to work with as well.
What's he like on the tools? Is he a worker?
He's better on the field than off the field, but he can use a hammer. That's a great handball out. Take it that was.
Oh, that's a fantastic grab. Really strong there. Gregson to Chalice. Chalice burning through. Just let himself down with a kick.
Probably didn't need that handball, I don't think. Just probably needed to turn. I think it was one out in the goal square. Should have just turned, compose, lowered the eyes.
An interesting point. Do you think we tend to overuse the ball at all, Pikey?
I think looking at all the games, I think we do tend to overuse the ball. We did in the threes today. Looking at the twos, it did become the case. Sometimes you just need to compose.
Yeah, there's definitely a time and place for that sort of football, and it certainly become the Wildcats' way across the season. Just in these conditions, it can be unsuited, and sort of whacking the ball on, getting it to a good position, making sure you've got your eyes on the prize and in the right spots, kicking the ball to the top of the square, kicking the ball to your advantage becomes paramount in these sort of conditions. Oh, that's a dodgy... Oh, Matty Ferg. That is a dodgy jump in the air. He didn't even put his hands up.
Probably didn't make it look legal at all, but that's all right. Matty Ferg, one of our Kiwi boys down at Wildcat land.
He's a hard man. A great man too.
He's a very good man. So ball basically has kicked straight up. No one wants it. Timmy Menzies tracking down. He's still going at it by himself here. As you see, the Wildcat boys just drop back. Open goal square. So Matty Ferg drops back.
Wandsworth had liked their position here. They've managed to keep a bit of space. Obviously, the Wildcats have got an extra number at the contest, and that obviously wins out in the end. But they have managed to keep a bit of space in their forward line, which could be really handy, whereas we've got 3 or 4 back. Interesting kick.
Yeah, just a kick in hope there, I think. Although, in saying that, almost pulled off. Johnny Duffin.
What can the magician do? Not a lot. Quarterback style there. Wandsworth kick the ball out. Centre half forward. Little fella, Timmy Keir? No, not quite. Louis got the ball on half back there, and he's taking a good mark. That's really handy.
Not a great deal to kick to down the line. Steve-O might have to push up here.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's brilliant.
Della, you're away, son. Move the ball. Come on. Can't be too long left in this quarter. A few minutes left. That is dodgy. The big ginge, Nick Rawson, on for a run now. The bull, as I affectionately am starting to call him, because he just goes in so hard. Usually end up with a bit of claret. We'll just keep an eye on that. I'm sure he'll get wrapped up at some stage today. Big Staunce out for a mark. Could have been a push in the back there, but the ball spilled over the back to Wandsworth. Timmy, this time I've got it right. Oh, and that's a fantastic tackle from the little fella. Love the fight from the little guy, and he's really worked hard there to wrap the ball up. Hopefully we can get a goal out of this forward press.
It'd be interesting to see how Rosso backs up that call of him being red nut. Last I heard, some strawberry blonde, so we might
more
be
of a coral, you reckon?
Yeah, we might be able to sneak into Rosso and see what he has to say about it. Right, dangerous for the Cats here. For the Demons, sorry. We're about 5 metres top of the goal square here.
Just watch little Mikey Gregson move through here, and he's gone. No. Oh, that's strong play. Well done from Wandsworth. He really worked hard to get the ball onto the boot and out. Going to have a throw in here, just in the pocket, are we? Yep. And as is also the case here in London, boundary umpires hard to find. If there's a member floating around, they'll throw it in. But as is the case here, you'll see that we've got a player having to throw it in and a member of the opposition side having to stand next to him as he does so. As the ball's scrapping around on the ground. Ball comes out to Della Vedova. Quick snap to the hot spot. Big Staunce goes up. Ball's there. Bit of a scramble on the ground. Ball floating around, but I don't think that's going to come out, and the umpire's called for it again.
Thought Della was half a chance for the old razzle-dazzle turn onto the left, but
just panicked a little bit there. Probably tried to do the discipline thing, whereas I reckon he could have had a shot and hopefully put it through.
yeah, if he had his time again, I reckon he would have gone straight for the big sticks.
Gone bang.
As the Demons clear and fumbled it, I think, over the line. Yep,
And
over the line.
that'll be a throw-in.
So just winding down on this first quarter. Still no goals.
Ball.
But very good contest nonetheless.
Roughly 40 seconds left on the clock, you reckon?
Yeah, I believe they do 20s. Yep.
Ball goes up here on the 50 line. Oh, there was a bit of a push, Stevie Conlon. Ball goes in. No, it doesn't. Out on the full. There we go. As we hear the geese roll past, or ducks.
Yeah. A few birds floating about.
Bit of wildlife. Sure the boys will be up and about. Bit of wildlife over there in the tents. As the ball finally finds its way back. And it looks like it's actually going to be thrown in. So not out on the full. And the Wildcats will have a chance here to hopefully put a goal on the board. Johnny Duffin working hard for the ball. Gets his hands out. Got Tyson here with the ball. Tyson Mirchek. Hope I've pronounced that right. Oh, and big Stevie Conlon's popped up. He's bobbed up, taken a grab, and he'll have a shot from probably about 50 metres out. It's going to take his best work from here to get this one home. What do you reckon, Pikey? What odds are you giving him?
Yep, well, I've actually got his better half sitting about a metre in front of me at the moment, so I'm going to back him in.
Oh, hard word is on.
Great man, old Stevie, first year at the club.
He's actually a ripping kick of the football, Stevie, so let's see what he can get. Beautiful. Unfortunate.
He's not happy with it, unfortunately.
Jeez, I'm never taking your advice again. Don't give me any tips, son.
Yeah, I'm used to be all right on the punt, but not recently, unfortunately. Stevie won't be happy with that. He's got a lot of pride in his own work rate and skills, so he'll be looking to come back as the kick goes down the line. He might be doing that straight away. He was in front position. Ball comes down, still just lingering around, swing and a miss. Ball goes out.
It'll be interesting to see, Pikey, if this rain does hold off for the future of the contest. If we can get some dry football here, it might make it start to open up a bit more in the second half.
Well, just looking at the footy bouncing now, it's not skimming across as we run into a goal. Gregson, this is so still no 6 pointers to hit the scoreboard. As we do look at our Wildcats scoreboard, I believe it's Wildcats 4 points to Demons 1 point. As we hit the 22nd minute mark, must be 25-minute quarters, Daz.
Yeah, it'd have to be. No time on here, I don't think. I think it's just straight 25s. As the ball goes out to the... awkward landing there from Wandsworth, but they've taken it away, and the ball's up to the wing now with Wandsworth, and number 4 for Wandsworth takes a nice mark.
Ball comes down. It's not a bad kick, actually. Wildcats with numbers should be able to clear this. If he looks in the guts, we've actually got 2 there.
Yeah, I saw that. Cliff, bit of handball. This is the sort of football that the Wildcats are renowned for. Cliff showing his soccer background there. As I did read that he was a centre back down there at Central Coast for a little bit.
Yeah, I did see that actually. We interviewed
big dog. Well, how do?
We interviewed Cliff earlier. He's very humble man, Cliff. Doesn't like to talk about himself.
Does love his reflection though. He's a good-looking man.
He's a very good-looking man.
Here he is standing the mark too. Hopefully we can stop this forward press. Big Mac doesn't mind a hang either, Big Mac.
Mac's done wonderfully there.
Opted for the spoil there and did a really good job. Just take this throw-in opportunity just to thank our sponsor for today's premiership match as well, Vibe Teaching. Do a great job sponsoring the club, as well as getting a lot of the boys who are actually teachers as well out into the workplace over here and getting them set in jobs and funding a lot of those travels that we love to do with Top Deck so much.
Just to see a great tackle there, Timmy Menzies. If he didn't stop that, they would have been goals. The umpire says, I'll have it. We're going to have a throw up about 30 out from Demons goal. Not long remaining.
Oh, big Rousey. He's got the ball. And he's put it out. So that'll be a throw in. Big Rousey had the pleasure of playing with the big guy back home in WA. Used to play for a club called Gingin. Really led them as we see a bit of a scuffle. Ross getting in amongst it, firing the big fella up.
Yep, old strawberry blonde.
Oh, don't know if you want to pick on Rousey too much, mate.
Yep, I think we might have to strawberry blonde, strawberry kisses. Might have to give him a bit of Nicky Webster about that.
As we rush the ball through there, and we will have a behind for Wandsworth, and Big Ev will take the ball and kick out from full back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Rousey's someone you want to be messing with. He's probably upwards of 100 kegs, I reckon.
Sizable trunks there. Can hoof a ball, the big guy.
Going straight up the guts.
That is just a pointless turnover.
That's a mark by old Sam Drake. I work with Sammy Drake, actually.
The big dog.
Yep, Sammy's a chippy. Very great man. One of the greatest I've met, I reckon. So, Sammy, I hope you have a good game, mate.
Although, hopefully, he doesn't get the chocolates today.
Hopefully not good enough.
And is that quarter time? Yes, I think it is. So, as we look to the Wildcats scoreboard, the scores are 4 behinds to 2 behinds, and not a real lovely contest to watch, but certainly a bit of feeling here nonetheless. Teams come together. The boys will break off into their sections, forwards, mids, backs, have a bit of a chat, see what they can do better for the second half coming up. Second quarter rather.
Right, both teams are out. Umpire's just going to wait for the crowd to get off, and we'll be into the second quarter.
Have you seen the umpires go on this at this early stage?
Very good.
Hockey.
I think it's not ideal umpiring in these sort of conditions, but it's very hard for umpires. But without them, we wouldn't have the game. So we thank the umpires all year and today for their efforts. They've done very well.
Absolutely fantastic, and bang on there, Pikey. They do a fantastic job back home, especially over here more so. Getting out and about, and you really get to know your umpires out here. And our umpires have been fantastic this year. Really enjoyed their work and getting around us and allowing us to play this game that we love so much.
I think it just goes to show how much umpires actually do love the game as well, because at least for the players, they're out here, they're trying to get the win, but umpires, they're out here just for the game, for allowing everyone else to play the game. So once again, we thank them, doing a brilliant job for the boys and girls.
We see Wandsworth take the ball away and move towards their forward 50 as we have a strong contest here. Menzies in for the ball. Oh, he's won that. He's won well. Here we go. Gregson, what can he do here? Oh, slipping over. People going left, right and centre. That is an interesting handball. And he's got the kick away. Oh, good work, Matty Aves.
Matty Aves, brilliant footballer.
Oh, give him 50, son. Pump the ball.
I think Matty Aves got 6 sausage rolls last week.
6?
Yep, first call up to the Cats all year, and he's slotted 6.
If you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen. 6 goals for Matty Aves. I wonder if he can, well, I don't think he's going to get 6 today.
We could probably do with one of those 6 at the moment.
Just take one, wouldn't we?
We will take one.
1 goal here is a game changer.
Right, just as we're looking on here, I think the crack, Johnny Duffin, is about to throw the ball in.
Struggled a bit there, didn't he?
Not a great throw.
Johnny Duff puts on a tackle. Chalice.
Great tackle. Bang.
That's out, and that'll be a throw-in.
Will he get a second crack at it? Gregson might have to here.
See if he can improve on Johnny D's efforts there.
Very good man, Gregson. Been around a few years now. He's done well there.
Fantastic footballer, isn't he, Pikey?
Very good footballer. Much like all the players out here today in our Division 1 men's.
It's a really good standard, actually. Obviously, today he's probably not going to highlight that, but when you see the football played during the year, some of the footballers are actually fantastic. They come from really strong backgrounds. We've got blokes coming from all parts of Australia and obviously England and New Zealand, and some of them have played some really high levels. Andy Chalice, for instance, has won a local medal, not quite VFL level, but a roundabouts back home. Keith Delavedova's played some waffle football, I'm pretty sure. One or two others. Evan Johnson, I think it is.
Yes, Ev Johnson.
Big Ev, he's actually a fantastic cricketer, and from what I'm led to believe here, he averaged 100 for Kent last year. So a man of many talents right there.
Yeah, I've heard a whisper that his brother's actually the better player, but we'll take Ev. Very good.
Outstanding. And he's got a fantastic beard too. Speaking of facial hair, Stevie Conlon, I don't know if you see him, the big ruckman, is rocking an amazing stash today. Really, really good. I hope he's put some effort into that because it has come up a treat.
Got a few boys running the tash, actually. Old Krabby Ryan in the 2s.
Oh, does he rock it well. As we see a great smother there from Keith Delavedova.
He's right amongst it at the moment. Mozzie number 2. Tice goes bang. Puts him down.
If you don't mind. The footy's just gone up a notch here down at the Meadows. Just a bit of fight here, a bit of feeling. Oh, they're up and about here. And someone's given away a free kick.
I think that was my boy, Sammy Drake, just throwing a little elbow in.
Oh,
and I think he might have a bit of blood here.
Bit of claret. Delavedova going off again. Gee whiz.
He's always amongst it, isn't he? But our boy Benny comes on here.
Oh, big Benno.
Old Benno. Second year at the club, Benno. I think he's from the same spot back home as Jared Risso and Brendan Mills, I believe.
Floating around that southern part of Victoria.
That's a great tackle, Matty Aves. Umpire lets it go. Oh, that's a great pickup.
Look at Ev.
Ev.
How cool is that, man?
Probably held the ball about half a second too long.
Steve
got a hit.
Oh, that was
Kick
Not
to
weak,
kick
but
to nobody. Iceman probably the first one for it. Clean pickup.
how is that pickup, if you don't mind, Pike?
Kick is perfect to Gregson. Gregson
Don't turn your back on goal, son.
looks like he's going to back himself in. He's probably, hard to tell from here, probably 40. He'll kick from about 43.
I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself with the odds here.
Won't make the distance, unfortunately. Daz? Oh, no.
Get over.
Oh, I've called it.
Oh, good. He's redeemed himself. 1 from 2.
Wasn't looking good early.
Just went bang.
Once
But
again,
not
my
quite enough.
boy Sammy Drake on the line. Having a very good start. Unfortunate for the Wildcats as they come out to our wing. Still in the pocket, though. They swap back. Risky. Back to Drakey. Matty Abe's guarding the mark. Gets told, come back, please. Kicks long to the far side. Sammy Taggart.
Right now, come on, boys. Move around. Ty, stop arguing with Chad and get out of the space.
Not a great kick. Just touching base on Chatty. He's got a torn ACL and a bit of meniscus problems, and he's running around very fluently. Did rule out a comeback, though.
Yeah. Disappointing.
He's getting in the way over there, to be honest, but he's...
That's the new play now from runners, isn't it? They, a couple of weeks back in the AFL, Big Nick Maxwell just decided he was part of the zone. Chatty just doing his best for the Wildcats as a 19th man.
Nick Maxwell's been doing that his whole career, just guarding space beautifully.
What's that, being a pain?
Yes.
Yes.
Timmy Menzies drops back.
Oh, Timmy. Oh, he's cleaned out too.
That's the last thing you need.
Big
dropping
Rousey,
footy.
yes. Good recovery from Timmy Menzies.
Mac.
And it's on.
Oh, dropped footy. Through that. Ball comes out. Johnny, what's the crack? Kicks long. Steve-O, great mark.
Yup.
Wants to roll on here, but doesn't have a lot. Matty Aves on the run. Very quick, the boy.
Gets
up. Gets up. That's a great mark.
Turn
Rolls
and burn,
on.
son.
Inside. Kicks long. Storno over the back. Holding on. Demons ball. Storno not happy. Just touching base. Storno can down a pint very quick. I think Oktoberfest went down just over 2 seconds, I believe.
Oh, gee whiz.
Which is unreal.
Obviously have the boat race coming up after today's game. A stock standard part of playing AFL over here is the boat race post-game. A few blokes obviously getting a row and they'll down their beers. Or girls for that matter. One of our best drinkers at the club. Soph, not sure of her last name, but she's a fantastic drinker. Saw her neck a beer the other day and it was probably one of the best things I've ever seen. Gone in... Certainly not 60 seconds, more like half a second. Great props to her.
Alex?
Was it Alex? Alex, rather. Alex Farrell. Well, there you go.
Alex joined us earlier, actually, for a little interview.
Huey 2 is her name.
As the ball's locked up here. Back to the football.
West Coast boy, aren't you, Daz?
Oh, I am.
Had they played this weekend?
Actually, that's a very good point. I should check in on the scores. How about your boys, Sydney, just cruising along?
Yeah, just cruising into finals at the moment, mate.
Do you think they're a chance?
We're a strong chance. Absolutely. As the ball comes, Mac, bang, again. Probably a little bit stagnant there. I think that was Matty Ferg, and he's got told about it. He's on the ground. Up he comes. Might have been Evan, actually. Who was it there? Big Stevie, actually, it was. Third time lucky.
Yeah, well, there you go. Look at Sydney getting the job done by 42 points over St Kilda back home. It's just another win for the all-conquering Sydney. They're going from strength to strength after a poor start to the year.
Yeah, not sure what to put that down to, but we're back now.
Say that now. I'll believe it when I see it in finals time.
Tice, wrong way, son.
Oh, no. Ah, no. Wandsworth have got the ball here. Moving the ball around a bit nicely now. Conditions have started to dry up and the ball's actually starting to ping around the park a bit much more nicer, to use a terrible word that's probably terrible grammar. But it's nice to see. It's really enjoyable to see the field starting to dry up and the ball starting to be kicked around. Much more pleasing to the eye, Matty.
Lucky you're not a teacher, eh, Daz?
Yeah, no. Terrible. Lucky I don't teach English, is more to the point.
Right, centre wing here.
Oof.
Not a great kick. Matty Aves is just everywhere at the minute.
He's been one of the better players for the Wildcats at this point. I think he's really been working hard. That mark before, as well as this kick coming up now. Hopefully he doesn't prove me wrong. Good son. He's really been playing well. Oh God, give a man a rap, he'll let you down every time. Come on, Matty. You're better than that, son. The Demons take the ball away off half back.
Stevie Conlon once again goes bang, and it'll get thrown in. Right in front of the Chatty. Chatty will throw it in.
Oh, the Chad. Look at him go.
He's hooked it.
He's hooked it. And the ball's back out for another throw. Give him a round 2. Let's see how he goes. Might be that dodgy knee giving him a bit of a throw to one side or the other. Oh, God.
He's gone the other way now.
Recall that, for God's sake. Oh, no, don't recall it. That's fantastic.
Matty Ferg. Not the best kick. Storno wants it. Probably didn't have it. Gregson again. Gregson's been very good. He's just
could be holding the ball and
holding the ball, unfortunately.
What do you make? Big man missing from the Wildcats lineup this week. Matty Pike is, of course, Zach Bozanic, another WA product.
Yes, very good in the forward line, Boz. He's living it up at the moment at Tomorrowland, so very jealous of that. Yeah, he's very good. I think he's the structure in our forward line, along with Jared Rissole, who's also missed today to a family tragedy. So, Jared, if you're listening, hope we can get the job done for you, and all the best, mate.
Yeah, big props go out to Jared, who's doing it tough at the moment. He's a big part of our club and one of the coaches with the Ones team, and he's just a really positive man who gets everyone up and about at the club. And every club's got one, and we're missing Jared at the moment, but hopefully we can get the job done for him today.
As we've just tried from the boundary, and it's unfortunately gone out the other boundary. Umpire says throw it in. I think Mac was trying to get her on the full there. I think he's still trying. I think he's just getting another touch. Mac, that does not hit the possession count, mate. Can leave that one.
Yeah. His super coach points to be pretty low at this point in time. You'd be a bit disappointed with that. To be fair, when you're at full-back, you'd hope to get none. He's Benno. He's just banged that on the left, and through that goes. That's interesting but effective, and fantastic piece of play. Johnny. Oh, no, what's going on there? Big.
We've got a few Gregson supporters here.
That's good. That's without the ball. Come on. Good smother, Tice. Get into him.
It's a great smother. Fortunately, when here he is.
Oh, Rawso.
Nicky Webster.
Oh, that's a bit soft. Go on, Rawso. Oh, geez, he was over the mark. That should have been 50.
Tice again.
He's got so much time on the ball.
Doesn't like that left foot, Tice, but...
It's interesting. Big Ross just bullying his way through. Without the ball. Come on. Yes. There we go. Wildcats free kick, and we will have a decent shot here to hopefully put a goal on the board.
Yep, we're almost 13 minutes into the second and no goal. It's looking a lot like a soccer match at the moment.
Johnny Duff, you know what? I'm going to back the big fella in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him some credits here.
We'll see how this
Monkey off the back type stuff from Johnny D. Bang it through, son.
And he likes it.
Oh, and he's up and about, boys.
He likes it.
Get
Cats
around
on the board.
And you can see what it means to the Wildcats here. The boys all coming from all parts of the ground, except for Mac. He's
except
sad
for
sack back there.
He's not moving. So just looking at the scoreboard, the West London Wildcats scoreboard, we're 1-4-10 to 0-2-2. Thanks to the girls over there on the scoreboard.
8 points in it now, Pikey. What do we just pass it round for the rest of the match? Just waste some time now?
Probably a bit too early to milk the clock, I'd say, but old Crack's liking his work out here.
Look at Millsy go, just doing his bit with the water there. Another great club man, captain of the twos.
Johnny Duffin's probably another one that needs the losing hair up top, I think.
Yeah, it's an interesting look. He came back from Malta and he shaved his beard off, and I almost didn't recognise him. He looked about a kilo lighter. Oof, strong tackle in there.
Umpire says, I'll have it. Thrown up. Just looking around the contest at the moment, it's very 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. Need to probably mix in. Both coaches won't be too happy about that.
Yeah. Got to cover all those points, don't you, as Wandsworth try and tap the ball away here. Johnny Duffin really having an influence on the game at the moment. Credits to the Irishman, although he's overrun that ball. Again, I've given a man a... Oh, that is a good show and go.
That's a great shimmy. And Mac. Oh, Eugene Galekovic on the line.
As Matty Ferg just gets up a bit proppy there. He might have taken a bit of a knock there.
Oh, our boy Stevie runs out. He's outnumbered. He's gone in, though. Done well. Handballed out in front of the Demons crowd here. Tice. Ball wants to spill over. It's still in. Now it does. Oh, free kick. What's happened here? Free kick to Tice. What's he going to do here? You'd probably say down the line. Doesn't have much, actually.
This is probably the point now where on a normal day, on a dry day, you'd be directed as a Wildcat to try and bring the ball inboard there and really try and switch the ball and look for space through the corridor. You use those short chip kicks and really try and work it up. But as you can see on a day like today, conditions still a bit damp. Just going to try and put the ball down the line and go to work on it. Interesting contest there. Neither ruckman really wanting to get involved. Not wanting a bar of it. Tackle there. Might have been without the ball, but the show goes on. Ball goes to the Wildcats half-forward line. Wandsworth attacked the ball well there.
It's a great tackle.
That'll be a throw-in.
Chatty, third time. He's
time
thrown
lucky.
one. He's thrown one left, thrown one right. Nathan Bracken-like, but he's going to have another go. Needs to get the line and length here.
Oh, dear. Come on, Chad. I believe in you.
Here we go, Chatty. Get the old... Shame the crowd aren't getting too much into it at the moment. Could have got the old... What are we waiting on here? We're waiting on a couple of ruckmen, I think.
Bit of a stoppage in play here. The ball's gone up and he's finally got it straight.
He's done well. He's done beautifully.
I don't want to say it's about time, but it's about time.
Good things take time, Daz, as we know.
Wandsworth get a free kick
bit
there.
like my burger.
Was it delicious?
It was. It was very nice. Oh, that's a great mark over the back.
Big props over to Sammy Campbell, who's working his magic over there on the barbecue. He's been doing a sterling job for a large portion of the day. Hopefully someone's given him a bit of relief.
Ball goes out. Almost centre wing, you'd say, just off of it in favour of the D's. As one's just floated back loosely here, sitting 40 out. Big Louis trying to get someone back. As one goes to him now.
Everyone diving in, very willing in the contest. As we just, a bit more rain, just starting to pick up again and start to fall. Generally in London, during my time this year, I've noticed that the rain's never really been quite that thick like it is back home. We haven't had that real large spotted rain that really pelts down and you find yourself looking like a drowned cat in about 5 seconds, whereas here it sort of just tends to drizzle for a long period of time and you never really get away from it. That's the sort of stuff we're experiencing right now. Although we did have some stronger wet weather earlier in the day during the Raiders game.
Yeah, unfortunately that was during your game, Daz.
Yeah, no, I thoroughly didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
That added insult to injury, to be honest. Had a bit of a mare. Bit scrappy. I'd just like to see one of the things when you go away from that whole third man up that we used to have, okay, with the changes that have gone on, you find these packs that start to come together and you can't really clear the ball because the ruckmen are just sort of dropping it down and there's 40 blokes jumping on top of it. I'd really like to see things change and we go back to having a third man up where we can actually clear these stoppages with someone running in and belting the ball clear. As Wandsworth have got it just in front, a little bit of feeling there in front of their dugout. And we're going to have another throat in. Della just trying to marshal his troops there. Ball's in. Big Staunts in the ruck. Ball again dropped at the feet and we're going to have another ball up. So right now we're just chipping away. We're into the 19th minute.
Yeah, I think both teams wouldn't be too happy, but wouldn't be too upset about what's going on at the moment. I think no scoreboard impact, so to speak, but both teams have had their chances, but majority of it has been played in between 50s. So in saying that, ball gets kicked into the 50.
Always away. Oh, big Rousey.
Rousey off the... Oh.
That was an interesting option, to say the least.
Very. I think he had more time than what he thought. Mac will chalk up another disposal here.
Be up to at least 4.
He'll tell you how he'll know after the game. We'll try and get a little interview with Mac actually at half time if we can. So looking likely to go down the line, which he will. Puts plenty on it. Goes bang.
A big contest. Great jump.
Iceman Chalice. Not confident enough for a bounce. Kick not great, but still to space. Aves keeps it in. No, out we go. So gained, did pretty well there. Majority of the ground in a couple of seconds. Ball goes up. Timmy Menzies comes in, attacks it very nicely. Timmy goes bang.
Is that a spiral, if you don't mind? Very nice.
And he's out here.
Wandsworth have been quite good at doing that, really moving the ball across the half-back line and trying to run it out. They've probably beaten us at our own game, to be honest. As they push forward here, this ball's probably going to go inside forward 50. Bit of space there to operate in. What can Mac muster here?
Sort of just rouse him a little bit. Rousey
not having a great one today, is he?
40. Mac's got it now. Just sort of
up to 5.
Just kicks in. Yeah, just kicks in hope there. Demon's still in with a sniff. Walters into 30.
Oh,
bang! Goal umpire does not move.
Game on.
Game on.
And another goal there sees the scoreline push up to 10 points for the Wildcats and 8 for Wandsworth now. A goal apiece.
As we actually see one of our Raiders players come over and give us a drink. He's walked away before I could get a chance to
have a bit of a chat.
Have a bit of a chat to him. Not usually a shy boy, but on the West London scoreboard, it's 2 points to the Wildcats at the minute as we just passed the 20-minute mark of the second.
Ball's finally back to the middle and we're ready to go again. About just under that. 3.5 minutes left to go in this term. Stevie Conlon into the ruck. Topknot gets the ball out. Menzies has a slip. Good tackle. He's dropped that. Play on, calls the umpire as Menzies dives back in again. Look at the man going in. Wears his heart on his sleeve. Really good, hard work there from Timmy Menzies. He's a good Queensland boy. Loves playing in the quaffle. No, that is not a Harry Potter euphemism.
Harry Potter fan does?
Oh, who doesn't love a bit of Potter? As the ball goes out in the forward pocket for Wandsworth. Ball just getting a bit clogged up here again. We had that nice period of dry weather where we saw the ball start to open up, and that is not a push in the back. But unfortunately, we're going to see a free kick here to Wandsworth with a chance to go in front for the first time in today's game. Right now, if you were coach of the Wildcats, Matty, what would you be looking to do? What would you be saying to the boys at halftime?
I think when we have the ball about 60, 70 out, we're picking the wrong option. I think poor old Storno hasn't had a great game, but that's nothing taken away from him. So it's just probably the wrong option at the wrong time, which is where most teams actually do break down. So I think looking in, we need to work out when to bomb it long to a one-on-one or when to just lower our eyes and go the short targets. I think that'll be. I think the pressure for both sides is good around the contest. So we'll as we say that, Matt goes straight up the ring-a-ding-ding, pushing the back, possibly. Let go. Della's there, scoop it up. Ball's not really doing a lot. Iceman Chalice breaks away.
Shepherd for him, son.
Storno's coming up. As I say that, the big fella probably had more time than he thought.
Kick it, Matty.
Our boy Matty Aves needs a good bounce. Doesn't get one.
Did not get the leg break that he was looking for there. A bit of shame worn needed just to push that ball through the goals. Unfortunate. Wandsworth will get the ball back and the lead is back out to 2 points, I believe.
3 points there, I reckon, Daz.
And they kick a point.
2 points or 3, is it? Can't really see
Yeah,
that.
it should be 2 points. Neither here nor there. So Wildcats have got the ball, forcing in, and that's going to be the umpires, and we're going to have a ball up on about the forward 50 for the Wildcats, just in front of the supporters over on that side. As the ball goes up, Wandsworth take it away. Kick down the wing. Contest here. Big Ev with a timely fist. That ball goes over, and we'll have another throw in. I'd like to see what the count is on stoppages at this point. Numerous amounts.
Yeah, probably very lucky we're not playing time on here, I think.
Yeah, that's a very valid point.
We'll be here all day.
This ball goes in. Bit of a shallow throw there. Wandsworth just struggling to get the arms into it. Might just have to jog in a couple there, son.
Yeah, I think the siren will be going very shortly, in which it does. Timing impeccable. Looking at the Wildcats scoreboard, we're looking at a very high-scoring game of 11-9. So 2 points in favour of the West London Wildcats at half-time. We'll be with you in about 3 or 4 minutes.
just take this opportunity in the halftime break, just Darryl back here, just to let you know about a few of our sponsors that work really hard for the Wildcats, and not only for us but across the board, just trying to get football going and really helping us out in every way, shape or form. Got some fantastic sponsors of the club that do a lot of hard work that you might not realise. We're sponsored by Top Deck. Those guys will sort you out with a fantastic trip. No matter where you want to go in Europe, not even in Europe, all over the world. They're fantastic, really good sponsors, have helped us out with a lot of days and really make our club tick. Shepherd's Bush Belushi's and Hammersmith Belushi's for that matter, they sponsor us. A lot of boys get in there for a couple of drinks. Dirt cheap drinks down there if you're a Wildcats boy. Dirt cheap drinks down there anyway. Brilliant food as well and great ambiance. Also sponsored by Oz Forex. I love their work. Great lads. Westpac on this year, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, and those guys over there are really helping us out and getting our bits and bobs up and around. We've got a brand new West London Wildcats marquee that you might be able to spot over the far side of the ground there, and my word, doesn't it look delicious. Really nice over there, keeping everyone dry, allowing us all to get our burgers, beers and barbecue sorted. Finally, I'd like to thank another sponsor, Vibe Teaching. They've done a lot of work and they've been with the Wildcats for a few years now. Those guys are, Vibe Teaching are all about getting teachers into jobs over here, and I'm one of those guys, as well as my lovely girlfriend Emily. We're both teachers who've come across from WA to live the dream, as we'd like to say, and they organised everything from go to woe, and they've been fantastic in getting us over here, sorting out paperwork, and as a teacher, it makes everything worth it. You get fantastic holidays. It's a great way to get set up. They sort out your work so that you're working almost straight away, and by doing that, it just means that it takes a lot of the stress of coming over and getting out into the workforce away from you, so that you don't have to worry about it, and you can come over here and do exactly what you want to do, and that's travel and really enjoy the life over here. It's really fantastic, and I'd highly recommend it. The guys over there at Vibe have been fantastic in allowing us to go about our stuff. We're hopefully going to get an interview in a little bit, just catch up with a couple of the boys and see what their thoughts are on what's been an interesting first half. Not high scoring, but still certainly plenty of feeling in this contest. Wandsworth have been really working hard, kicking long and direct, and they've actually been chipping the ball around in parts, just trying to get that direct kick into their forward line that sees them get a bit of space. And they had a few forward entries there in that second term that, to be honest, if I was the Wandsworth coach, I'd be a little bit disappointed about. They got into really good positions, but just weren't able to force any scoreboard pressure on when they probably had the better of the entries. As for the Wildcats, well, they'll be looking to hopefully get a bit of dry weather and get a bit more football into their forward half. They worked hard in that first part of the second term and really just didn't see their efforts go rewarded. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out in this second half. Hopefully, from our perspective, the Wildcats can get the chockies and really work hard, get plenty of ball around the contest, feed those handballs out and get some clean ball in their forward half, and hopefully try and put some goals into this game. It'd be really nice to see a few of the boys able to get up and about, see some goals, see some real feeling in this contest, because rest assured these two clubs have got a lot of history and a lot of feeling between them. We're set for a fantastic second half here down at the Meadows.
Hope everyone enjoyed their halftime break. Just recapping, fairly slow first half on the scoreboard. Wildcats up by 2 points, 11-9, so not great. In for a tight second half. So we just wait for the players to make their way to their positions. Umpire says, let's get it underway. Ball goes up. Stevie Conlon, first hands, comes down, back to Stevie. Taggart's in the middle. Speaking of, gets the clearance. Gregson grabs that on his knees, drops it. Della comes in. The umpire will take that one. Fairly scrappy coming in. About 40 out from goal at the moment. Sammy Drake kicks straight up the guts. Timmy Menzies trailing. Probably a bit lucky to not get in the back there. As I'm just looking at Big Daz trying to get back over the other side of the oval. He's struggling. Walking with a bit of a limp, the old fella. Ball on the other side, scrappy. One of the Demons players not happy with it. Holding the ball, I think she's called. So to go in the way of the Wildcats. Ball gets kicked up to a one-on-one. Off hands, comes down. Matty Aves looking to sweep in. Spills the ball out. Ball in dispute. A lot of stoppages today. Obviously comes with wet weather footy. Demons come out, sort of just thrown on the boot here. Timmy undersized. Done well though, but Demons mark about centre wing here. Looks to switch, in which he does. That's a great leg, actually. If he can gather. Great Johnny Duffin picks up the ball. Backdoor to Ev. Benno gathers. Bit of a shake and bake. Kicks, not great. Go into the centre of the ground. Back handball. Comes over to our wing. Oh, great at the back from the big fella.
Great hustle. It's the most awkward running style I've ever employed.
Oh, great bump off the play. As we welcome Daz back into the commentary from his little break at half-time. How was that, Daz?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Great to be back here in the commentary position. Yeah, not too bad. Just got over and had a bit of a chat to the guys about what was said at half-time. And excuse me, puffy. Oof. It was a tough run around the boundary there.
Big run. As I just see the hands getting a bit of a wave in the air. I think Cliff is that. Pulled up very ginger.
Like he's not a horse.
Holding his lower back, upper left glute-ish.
Could be put out to pastures.
Yes. Right, kicking for goal, about 40 out. He's steering it home. Max still looking for a touch.
Point there. Max bring the ball back in. Will he kick to himself? Go to Joel Bowden. Geez, he's going long. That is not a good kick, Mac. What are you doing?
I have to ask him about that one.
Oh, my word, I will. Hope his response is good. As we see the ball bottled up there. So I had a bit of a chat at half-time to Nathan Costley. Just had a bit of a chat about what the Wildcats were looking to do in this second half. And a lot of it centred mainly around really just lowering the eyes and looking to hit targets. You know, the ball's still wet, but there's getting less and less excuses as the rain diminishes. And hopefully, just hopefully, the boys can be a bit more efficient going inside forward 50, which we alluded to before. It's going to be absolute paramount given Big Boz are away and Big Staunce. He's not going to mark everything, but he's going to bring it to ground. It's important that we get to their feet and try and crumb some goals and put some scoreboard pressure on.
Big Stevie gets his hand to it, taps down to advantage. I think that's the Mozzie squad getting involved again. Probably didn't have it. Ball comes out. Demons down the wing. Kicks not bad, actually.
Not bad for a chopper-type kick.
60 out from goal. We'll be looking to hit a target here. Rousey says, give it to me. Doesn't go there. Whiskers puts the finger up.
Oh.
Doesn't quite make contact.
Rousey over the ball. Big fella. Ball spilled out. A little snap there from Wandsworth. And that's a goal, and that's impressive. A really great coming goal there from Wandsworth. And they've gone in front here for the first time, and they'll go in front by 5 points. 4 minutes 50 into the third term. Really impressive stuff there.
Yep, he's pretty happy with his own work as well. He's kicked the goal and said, boys, get around me. So he's kicked it as he runs back to the wing.
To be honest there, I'm a bit perplexed by who was picking him up. They had spare numbers out that side of the contest, and we sort of spread out for that kick. Once it got turned over, we were a bit slow to just get back and find our man.
Yeah, I think looking at the moment, I think Whiskers is his direct opponent, but I think Whiskers went up for the punch, and I don't think anyone stayed down to cover. So probably a bit unlucky for Whiskers. Not his fault, but these things happen in footy. As Stevie goes up and once again goes bang. Matty Aves probably could have gone in, but stayed out for that one. We'll get a ball up just on the centre forward line, I'd say, for the Catchers.
Shallow throw in. Stevie Conlon getting another tap. He's starting to dominate a bit in the ruck, which, you know, that him and old Top Knot have gone at it in times gone past, and that's one of the contests that I would have highlighted today to be one of the keys to the game. So really good to see Stevie getting on top there early in this third term. Looks like we're going to get a free kick here.
I think middle of the ground. Is Andy Chalice injured, or is he doing a shoelace? It looks like he possibly injured.
I'm hoping the latter.
Just held up the game here, I think. No, we haven't. Who we got here? Gregson.
Go through. Wasteful in front of goals again.
Yeah, and in these sort of conditions, like I've said all day, need to be kicking those.
Wildcats going with a 3-4-5 zone that they have done all year to, well, usually great success. As the ball gets punched out there, and we'll get a throw in on the Wildcats forward 50 there. Early stages here, Matty, a bit of the same old, or do you think there's been a bit of a change?
Oh, nah, mate. It's looking very similar. Just how I see down there, Rousey just put the old arm around his mate. Told him what to do, where to go. Just sneaking down the back there. But back to where the action is. Umpire's ball. But no, I think early days just looking very similar to the first two quarters. Very in-tight, physical contest. Don't think there's going to be a great deal of room. Still very low scoring, as we can see.
4 points in it at this point. 4 points to the Wandsworth Demons. As the ball's thrown up. Handy fist out there. Wandsworth are going to get the ball here. He's ducked. He's dived. And has unfortunately not dodged well enough. And we're going to get a free kick here inside, just inside our forward 50, I would suspect. And who's this going to go to, Matty? Who's going to get this free kick?
Old Strawberry Kisses will be lining up.
Oh dear.
What do you reckon, Dad? It's going to be a big kick. We're looking at about 45.
Rosso can hoof a ball. He's a pretty decent kick of the ball. I'm going to back him in.
No.
Oh, at least he made the distance. I'm proud of him.
Can confirm he is missing his Strawberry Kisses. Go through for a point.
Just decrease that margin back down to 3 points. Baby steps for the Wildcats here.
Big Sammy Drake. Very fluent action on the big man.
Yeah, very athletic kicking style.
Loves a beer, old Drakey. Had plenty of beers with the great man.
Does he like? What's his favourite spot to visit?
Oh, anywhere where they serve cold pints, mate. He's not a fussy man.
A Belushi's boy.
Very simple Sam. Yes, Belushi's do a very good pint. The major sponsor of the Wildcats. Belushi's do a wonderful job for us.
Great handball out there from Wandsworth, and they're going to get the ball cleared from their forward 50. A few minutes in there. Could be coming back in if Louis can. Oh, that was an interesting effort. Timmy Menzies comes across, runs hard. Interesting kick, and Wandsworth are going to pump the ball back here. Have they got the numbers? Have they got the gut run to get the ball moving? Nope, unfortunately, they've slowed it down and they'll chip across and control the ball for the moment. Switch there. Good to see them trying to switch the ball, Wandsworth, and move the ball around. Hopefully it's opened everything up on the far side. And there they go, and they've stuffed it up. Oh, it's on.
Takedown.
Stevie Conlon, I do believe.
It's on now.
Bit of feeling there. Those boys don't mess around at all.
It's still going over here.
Johnny Duffin.
Let's not get
Throwing a
carried
little
away
bit.
here,
Oh,
boys.
look at him go. Showing a bit of leadership there, Johnny. Just sort of breaking it up and setting everything up again as we return to the ball down on our... No.
Defensive 50 there for the Wildcats, Daz.
Thanks, Matty.
Just had to confirm old Mac down there. Defence holding up nicely, actually, for both sides. I think plenty of chances for the forwards, but both sides for the defence has been beautiful.
It's been really important to try and get that ball in quick, and obviously given the rain, given everything that's happened, it's been hard, and the pressure at the contest, it's hard to get those clean possessions going in forward. Both sides looking for some clean possession to really make the most of their forward entries, and that's going to be key really going into this second half. If you can be efficient, you're going to kick goals, obviously.
Dangerous kick. Pulls off. So Sammy Drake goes straight up the guts. Closing in. Handball comes out wide. Goes up the guts. Timmy Menzies having a beautiful game. Umpires let it go. He's followed up.
Ferocious. Ferocious.
Tice has proved me wrong and thrown it on the left.
Yes.
Not efficiently, but it's on there.
Oh, God.
Overcooked the kick. Delavadova.
Good tackling pressure.
Strong tackle. Probably dropped it. That's all right. Continue. Ball comes out. Settled on. Demons out.
I don't know who's... might be number 11 for the Wildcats. Whiskers, the Kiwi boy, playing on that number 8. He's getting a fair bit of the ball for Wandsworth, and I'd just like to see him just tighten up a little bit and make sure he earns his kicks rather than getting a free handball every now and then. He has been a bit of a user out wide. Bit gaff like the number 8 for Wandsworth, and I'd just like to see him shut down.
Tice opts for off the deck rather than picking it up.
Oh, and there's a big hit from Della.
Umpire says nothing in it. Play on.
I don't know if the Wandsworth fans would be in agreement with that. That was a strong hit from Delavadova, as we see Stevie Conlon just picking up a cheap mark there on the back 50.
Kick short, not brilliant.
Oh,
Wandsworth
not
clean
brilliant.
up.
Matty, that was deplorable.
Wandsworth clean up. Mac comes out of the goal square, believe it or not. Comes out on the 50, not pretty at all.
Here we go. Come on, Ross.
Kisses, hits it away.
Good lad. He's getting stuck in, but just fumbling and struggling to find some clean touch around the football, which is really hurting the Wildcats at the moment.
Good structure, forward line for the Cats at the moment. Not bad down there. Stevie Conlon and Timmy Menzies both running free back here, so should have plenty of numbers behind the ball.
That's going to be dropping the ball. Or throwing the ball, in fact. Sammy Taggart getting a nice little hit out, though. He'll be chalking that one up. That's a nice little super coach point.
He's like a brick wall, old Taggart. Nothing much gets past him.
Interesting fact, he's only 23. He's a strong, strapping young lad. Single, I believe.
Is single, yep. There's a bit of feeling going on. She's given 50 here. Probably deserved as well. It was very late in the back. No real go at the footy. So big Tice will have the ball not in range. So he'll be looking to hit up someone. Steve-O makes the lead.
Here we go.
He goes for him.
Oh, God. And another wasted forward 50 entry. I know they talked about it at half time, and quite often is the way you sort of get into these points of not necessarily not listening, but sort of just goes out of the way as soon as the boys get back on the park. I'm going to have a throw in from Whiskers here.
So they are just waiting for the Demons player to stand out with him. As we've said, sometimes we can't get boundary umpires, so one has to stand out from one team and the other, as we see, Delavadova. Smothered, is it? No, it's gone through.
It's going to be a throw in, is it? Hit the point post. Yep. Here we go.
Need a bit of a Nick Davis specialty here, floating around the pack.
Geez, I'd love to see a goal here for the Wildcats. It really put a bit of feeling back into this contest. It's just hit a bit of a lull at the moment. We see a great tackle there from Sammy Taggart, forcing the ball out, and we'll get a throw in just inside the forward 50 for the Wildcats. Wildcats.
Didn't
surely there's a push there.
Didn't take you as a High School Musical fan, Daz. Is that a Wildcats reference there?
Yeah, definitely. Love me some Zac Efron.
You and Zac Efron do have a
similar body shape?
Yeah, similar resemblance.
Yeah, I would imagine so. What can I say? It's just born with it.
Right, not a lot going on here. In terms of balls just getting thumbled around. No clean pickups. Just edging along. Ooh.
Bang! Bennett with a big hit.
Out. Still going on at the back.
And they've somehow found a free kick out of that, and it's going to go Wandsworth way.
Wouldn't be surprised if that has held it up for a little bit here.
Yeah, good call, Matty. I think just try and soak up some time, just relax, soak up some breath. Oh, geez, that's a slide tackle of sorts.
Everyone's
accidental, of course, but really going for a bit of a trip there. Chatty to get the ball here again. Let's see what his throwing arm's like. Hey, we got another straight one. Good work, Chad. Very impressed. Wandsworth got the ball. Can they keep it in here? Great effort on the Shepherd, but no. And Chatty's going to take the honours here. Unlucky for Millsy. Couldn't quite get his hands on the pill there. Just a little bit desperate for some red leather.
Oh, jeez. He's had a shocking day with the throw-ins, old Chatty.
Oh, Chadwick. Pack it in, son.
Hands on hips. He's walking away. He's less than impressed.
Ball goes down. That was an interesting jump from Wandsworth there. Something resembling a Toyota ad. As Rawso thinks he's got the ball and he's trying to run away. No, son, you're going to have to bring that back. Someone down there on the ground for the Wildcats. Bit of pain there. Is that Della? Della Vadova just getting up to take his free kick. Might have copped one high.
Not hard for the little fella. He probably would have copped a few in his time, being 5 foot nothing.
And that's being generous.
Very. Sam Taggart goes pretty much straight up the guts to a 2-on-1 though. Loose man for Wandsworth, been very good. Probably in the high, in the back, either one.
Managed to get a free kick out of that. And hopefully we can get...
Who we got here?
Is that Rawso?
Rawso.
I'd just love to see the Wildcats lower their eyes and try and find a target here. I know it's going to be difficult with the numbers back, but I'd really like to see Whiskers actually doing more than just standing around in the space there as Rawson puts it to the top of the square.
Staunton.
Yes! Yo, Beauty! As the crowd goes wild over here. Staunts, let's not just put this in the book, but should have no trouble from the top of the square. Wandsworth boys look like they're doing the YMCA there. As Staunts comes in and goes bang and puts us in front now at the 17-18 minute mark of the third term. Wildcats now go in front 19-16 in this super high scoring affair down at the Meadows.
That's exactly what big Stephen Staunton does on a regular basis. We haven't really seen it too much today, but he's more than capable of doing that. So I think when he is one-on-one deep, you've almost got to just roll on from 70. Just get it into him, let him do the work. He's very good one-on-one. He's been held well today, probably for the weather as well, but you just need to get it into him, let him do the work, I think.
That's it. And the Wildcats missing one of their better players across the year. Big Spide Ryan Howes, I believe. He's not out there today. He's another one who provides them with a bit of height down forward, and obviously conditions not suiting, but he's another one who can take a really good mark down forward. You put it on his head, he'll mark it 9 times out of 10. He's that big. Bit Aaron Sanderland's like, to be honest. Unfortunately, he's out this week too.
The turf toe back again, is it? Or
surely.
Interesting. Turf toes becoming a regular thing these days.
It is.
Never heard of it myself.
Goes right along with back-related hamstrings, doesn't it?
It does. Something I'm struggling with.
It's probably what Benny Durant's got at the moment.
Shout out to Benny.
Big Benny.
Over there, if you're listening.
Just struggling there a bit earlier. He copped a bit of a groin-related, back-related, hamstring-related injury. He's just doing a bit of stretching in the showers before and finding it a bit difficult as we see the ball out to the wing. Go in hard, Whiskers, for God's sake. Go and get the ball. Andy Chalice back on and back into the fray.
Tackle. That's a great tackle.
Oh, ouch. Oh. That looks like it might have hurt Tice a bit. But the man is as tough as nails and gets back up. Bit of confusion here. A lot of shouting. Come on, ladies. We're not going to get the job done like that. Whiskers, what are you doing? Thought he'd overstepped the mark there a little bit.
I think he did, to be fair.
I think she gave him a generous 2-metre head start on that mark.
Mac. Oh.
Oh, that's either a good tackle.
Once holding the ball, I think. Yep.
Yes. Or
probably
high,
a bit.
I was going to say.
Probably a bit unlucky there.
Mm.
I'm not sure. He's going to. Oh, I don't know about this.
Oh, Big Rousey's got an interesting kicking style. It's a real snap leg action.
Oh.
Doesn't always work for him. Oh, we've done really well there to work the ball out. I'm really proud of the boys' efforts there. Big Ev, he's just cool as a cucumber. Look at those skills too. Him and Tice are just a fantastic partnership running that ball out of the back line. Big Staunce up and about. Getting outside the forward 50. You know what? I think that's a really good good option just to get him away from home.
In unfamiliar territory there, old Storno.
Get nice, you
He had
reckon?
100 from home.
Miles up the field. Ev just backing off the contest here. I don't know if he's a bit tired or just trying to corral some turf.
Went about that very casually, big fella.
Oh, no.
Shake and bake. Goes central. Mac.
Oh, Macklemore. Great punch, son.
Oh, yeah, that was there. Tough angle, though.
This is my boy for Wandsworth, number 8. Left footer. It is too.
Tough angle. What do you reckon, Dads?
Well, he's been having a good day. You know what? I'm going to back him in to add to an already impressive effort this afternoon. Let's see how he goes as he stutters in a bit Josh Kennedy-like. He's popped it up. And you know what? True to form as I am, bang on the money again, and he's popped it through. Whiskers, you need to clamp down on him, son. I know you've got it in you. So the lead changes hands again, and Wandsworth have gone up 22-19 here at the Meadows. Been a bit of tale of the day, sort of seesawing affair that's really developed out here today. Conditions have slightly improved. There's a little bit less rain around as the ball's tossed up in the middle again. Rawso with the clearance. Great work from the big fella as the ball goes forward. Spoiled. Johnny Duffin with a bit of pace hitting the tackle. That spilled out. Ball sitting at half forward, bouncing around like a pinball machine. That's dropping the ball. Come on. Rawso follows up with another tackle. Great work from Big Red. Just working hard, trying to win us the game off his own back almost at the moment. Let's see what we can muster from this stoppage.
Ball goes up. Storno with the tap. Probably to advantage there. Calls for high in the crowd, but umpire says no. Ball goes up. Storno again doing beautifully in there. Once again, no room.
Rawso finds himself with the ball. Working hard there, in and under.
You could throw a blanket over about 15 of it at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating, isn't it, Pike?
Ball somehow happens to get out. Demons away. Big Tice on his tail. Gets in there, the big fella. Does well. Timmy Menzies.
On the boot, son. That'll do. Doesn't matter how.
Brilliant.
You'd have to say he's been one of the better performers today here, Matty.
Well, I would, yeah, absolutely, I'd say that. I'd say, yeah, Timmy's been probably top 3. Now, he's just starting to get his feel here, Staunce, and you would not put this past him at the minute.
As the crowd goes wild for Big Staunce. Not going to put him on his angle, that's okay.
You would not put this, he's a big kick of the footy.
There we
Hasn't
go.
played for a few weeks, though. The old hamstrings might be a bit tight.
One on the mark here. That's a bit interesting from Wandsworth, and he's going to run into pretty well where the mark would have been set.
Started
Just a couple
right,
of metres.
hooked back.
That's a great grab.
It's a great mark, old Sammy Drake. Back there. Goes along.
He'd have to be one of the better performers for Wandsworth today, wouldn't he?
He would be, along with your boy, number 8.
I'll have to get on to that at 3/4 time. that big Rousey down there on the half-back line.
Yeah, unfamiliar back there. Probably not where the Demons want him.
No, exactly. Oh, that's a massive hit on Timmy Menzies. And they've called a free kick there. I think that's a bit stiff. It was just a simple tackle, bit of a brush, just good hard football as we've come to see today.
It's on at the moment as well.
Oh.
Our boy Mac finds himself in amongst it again. Gets another touch, old Mac. He's up to 9 for the day as he floats down forward.
You know what, Matty, you can almost guarantee that he's going to go back after this, and if he gets to watch it, he's going to go through with paper and pencil.
Oh, yeah, he will.
He'll be tracking his stats, don't you worry about that.
Time has got away from us at the moment, 3/4 time. That was a very quick quarter.
And how'd you see that one, Matty?
Oh, it's just a bit of a tug of war at the moment, isn't it? It's going back and forth, back and forth. Probably a few boys for the Cats starting to get their hands on the ball that should be. So Storno, that quarter, very good. Sammy Taggart's getting his hands on the ball. Timmy Menzies been well. For the Demons, obviously our boy Sammy Drake doing beautifully back there. Your boy number 8 doing beautiful. But there's a few shots they haven't fired yet, I think, the Demons, and especially for the Cats as well. So if both of them get firing, in for a cracking 4th quarter.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to add on there, Pikey, to be honest. I think both teams have sort of got the handbrake on a bit, still stuck in 4th gear and just really looking for that extra notch to go up. I think this game has plenty left in it. Weather pending, I think we could be in for a really cracking last term. I know everyone's a bit tired. It's been a hard slog. But I think this contest is about to go up a notch in the 4th term here. Everything on the line. Grand final spot to play for. You certainly don't want to leave anything out there.
That's exactly right.
Or you do want to leave everything out there, rather.
Yeah, this is the quarter. You win this, you got 1 game left in the GF. Lose this, and you got the hard route. These two teams probably deserve to be facing each other in the GF, so hopefully they do get the chance to do so again.
Yeah, you would like to see that. They've both been probably the better couple of performed teams, and as history would show, they've both been quite strong over a long period of time, these two, and it would be a rightful way for the season to finish with these two playing off in a grand final. If I was Wandsworth now, I would be having a chat to a couple of the backmen, just trying to shore up a bit more tightness, making sure that Staunce doesn't get that separation. I'd also be looking to just really kick the midfield up a notch. I think they've still got a little bit to go and a little bit to work on at their stoppages. They've got quite a good midfield, and it just looks like they've just been lacking a little bit today. So from a Wandsworth perspective, I'd like to see them just take it up a little bit and really try and ramp up the pressure on those Wildcats mids.
I'll put you in the limelight here. Daz, how did you see your game today from a personal level?
The word steaming pile comes to mind, Matty. Yeah, certainly not. Didn't play one of my better games. It's a bit disappointing, especially in a final. I've had plenty of finals experience back home for the mighty Darren Tigers, but it didn't come to the fore today, and I was just a bit off the pace and found it tough going. It was a difficult day to play, and
yeah, it wasn't. It is a difficult day, especially in these sort of conditions. The oval was actually held up very good.
Surprisingly
there's no real puddles anywhere. There's for constant rain the last probably 5-6 hours, but
that's what happens when it's dry as.
Yeah.
Pick your cliche there. I don't want to get too into it. I had a couple lined up there, but nothing that was PG rated.
Yeah, exactly right. We'll leave that one out.
As the boys push back to their positions, but we're in for a real humdinger of a contest in this last quarter. I'm really looking forward to it, irregardless of the damp ball and tightly contested football.
Give us a tip, Daz. Who by how much?
Look, I'm going to say the Wildcats on their home turf to get the job done. I think we've still got plenty of run in the legs. We've got some great rebounders sitting on half back, and I think by and large, apart from a couple of lucky breaks, I think our boys defensively have really had it over the Demons today, and I think with that as a basis, if we can just snag a couple early, I think we can get on top in this. I think the Wildcats by 10.
10.
What about you, mate? Quick tip.
I'm going to be slightly biased, but apart from that, I do think the Cats will get up. I think I think in most aspects of the game they're doing better. But the Demons are quite dangerous at getting around stoppages. It'll probably go the opposite way for me here now, but their breakaway from stoppages has been very good, especially deep in defence. So
yeah, they have certainly spread well today, haven't they?
They have. They've done very well, so probably got away with that one there, Benno.
As we see the ball get down to the forward 50 and then chipped away on the soccer. Bit of that today, obviously, given the conditions. Handball out. A bit of a fumble around. It's bouncing around. A great tackle from Timmy Menzies, who's, as we've said today, has been fantastic around the contest. His tackling pressure, his real want and desire to win the ball has been second to none, and it's been a really good spectacle to see him play today.
It is. Just
certainly be proud of his game.
I've pumped up his tyres all day, but Sammy Drake is having a beautiful game here. He seems to just be the quarterback back there. He's dictating the play. He's doing very nicely for the Demons. Coach will be very happy with him.
Wildcats couldn't just quite get on the end of that one. They had a really good set play there where Benno tried to run onto it, but just didn't quite time it right. The tap was just a bit long, and I certainly know how that feels. Just not quite being able to get onto the end of that ball. Tough day for it as a rover.
Once again, could throw a blanket over about 10 or 15. Ball gets kicked deep in Stevo's. Plucked that
big
from nowhere.
fella. How do? He's going to line up from about 35, 40 out. I don't know if his kicking's been on today, but my word, I would like to see him put this through the high diddle today.
I think he even looked down and thought, oh, what's this in the arms, and worked out he had the footy. But Steve-O, you'll take them every day of the week.
A bit of magic right there, you reckon?
Bit of magic. The Kiwi.
Pull hopefully the football out of his jumper.
Hopefully put it through the big sticks. As one of the Emus boys from today, Sam Campbell, comes over. We'll grab Sammy for a chat in a minute if you'd like. Ball gets kicked in.
It's coming back.
Doesn't have the journey.
Quite enough.
Sammy has also bailed on the interview. That's all right. Bit camera shy, some of the boys. Something you're not, Daryl.
Oh, no. My word, I love my time in the limelight.
Beauty.
Thanks, Sammy Campbell.
Just looking on the Wildcats scoreboard, Demons by 2 points. Still a low-scoring affair, 20-22, as we push into the 2.5-minute mark of the fourth term.
If you've just joined us, a couple of early wins for Wandsworth as they've taken care of the Raiders as well as the Emus earlier today. Having a great day out at the Meadows as Wandsworth. It'd be nice to see the Wildcats actually get one back here, just to sort of even up the scoreline as Mac bombs the ball forward. But all to no avail as no one's there. Handball over the top from Wandsworth. Another handball. Ball goes astray. Andy Chalice trying to run through the ball. It's a bar of soap at the moment. They're really struggling to put their hands on it. A clean touch here goes all the way towards trying to kick a goal. And all elusive those today. Oh. As one commentator sees a bit of cramp starting to set into his hammy. Ow.
Bit of a fresh airy there. Umpire says, I'll have it. I think there's a few tired boys floating around at the moment. You can see a few hands on hips, a few bending over. It's always tough playing in the wet as it goes straight down Benno's throat. Throws it on the boot. Unfortunately, straight to a Demon as the kick goes quickly.
Spoil, Gregson. Good job, son.
Gregson done very well. Played back in Kiwi land, I believe. Gregson.
Very good footballer. Very fine, mate. I'm really impressed to see him. He's apparently captained a New Zealand side, an all New Zealand side. He's certainly got great leadership within him. He's a strong player around the club, and you know what? Just a really nice, genuine bloke, and he's a pleasure to play with. He really is. As we see a high ball go up, Tice looking for the ball. Great effort to get the spoil in. I don't know what that kick was, Wandsworth. Stop complaining about it and go and chase the ball, son. Oh, Tice, what are you doing? Both of you, come on. Go, Louis. You can do this. Louis really working hard over the ball. Geez, you're going to need to get that out, big fella. This could be holding the ball. No. Umpire's chosen to smile on him today. And we're going to get another ball up just in front of the commentary position. Sitting on the outer wing of the Meadows ground. Stevie Conlon in the ruck here, rocking that beautiful stash. Stevie Conlon with another tap to advantage as Benno gets the ball. Well ridden.
I think he may have heard a whistle of some sort there. He sort of stopped.
That ball was out of bounds. Thank you. Big Drakey.
Big Drakey.
Copping it from the locals.
He's copping it from the sideline. Got a nice little Conor McGregor lookalike sitting here. Getting ready for the big fight. Having a beer down at Duke Meadows. Matty Abes below
After
the
a
knees,
fantastic first quarter, Matty Abes has gone a bit quiet. I don't know if he's been injured or I don't know what's going on as we see one of the Wandsworth players really struggling here.
Speaking of injured, I don't know if it is.
What do you think, Matty?
I think it's cramp. He's getting the old toes pushed back.
As we see the ball deep inside forward 50, Wandsworth going to have a shot here.
He likes it.
Could it go through? No.
Oh.
Galekovic back to save the day.
Eugene.
Very nice.
On the goal line.
If you don't mind. Very nice. Mac to try and bring the ball back into play here. Starved of options. Jeez,
he's threaded the needle. Not entirely sure what happened there, actually.
Stevie Conlon didn't really put up too much of a fight there.
I don't know how that got through that gap to start with. Anyway, regardless.
Got a pretty good vantage point here for this kick at goal from...
Demons have the ball. Hard angle, really. I can't really... What do you reckon about kicking from 40? Number 95.
Jeez, they don't mind putting on the big numbers, do they?
Runs in. He likes it. It's hooking left. Mac, another touch.
Good distance from the kick there, but he's just... Yeah, he sprayed it to the left there, just dragging it for distance, I think.
I think the Demons will be happy with this, just sort of locking it into their 50.
Are they trying to zone here, the Demons, or not really? Sort of seems a bit hit and miss, and Stevie Conlon's going to get a cheap one here.
How did one of the biggest guys on the field get that much space?
Like he can just pop up, can he?
Sammy Drake, wanted call in the back, didn't.
Cliff.
Della's got to go.
Good, Dell.
Get it forward. Steve-O wants another one. Big double fister said, no thank you. That'll be going nowhere. Calls a ball, but you are no prior opportunity there, young lad.
Who do you see as a game breaker here, Matty? Who can really take this game by the scruff of the neck and win it for the Wildcats?
For me, I think it's on the half-back line. For me, so I think Tice has been very good on that half-back line. I don't think it's one of the forwards. I think Stevie Staunton, which is about to go in his direction now. It will go in his direction. Get up, son.
And he's wrapped it up. That's a fantastic mark from Stevie. He's going to be on a bit of an acute angle, but his kicking's not too bad. He could possibly slot this.
Absolutely. He'll kick this from 42, and he'll aim it right, and it'll curl back left. That's exactly what will happen, Daz.
You reckon?
Absolutely.
I'll take your word for it, my friend. As he runs in now. Exactly as you said.
No,
just faded to the right. Yeah, well.
On our Wildcats scoreboard, back to a 2-point deficit. Won't be happy with that, Stords. He is a known goal kicker. He's had a few weeks off though, but he bit like old Stevie Conlon, loves slotting him through. As the ball comes back out in our direction, our boy Sammy Drake. Stevie gets the fist up, wants the boundary. I think.
Good Tice. It's a solid punch.
Just throws his body in, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a great man. Good lad, physio by trade. Really great footballer and a good leader on the field. He's really vocal. A really good guy to have in times like this, to be honest. Pikey, if I was gonna say anything, I'd say that Andy Chalice is the one who's probably had a quiet game to this point, and if he can do something with the game, I really feel like he can take it by the scruff of the neck, and he could be the one to stand up for the Wildcats if he can just get some ball in his hands and get going. But I don't know. It seems like he's under a bit of an injury cloud at this point in time. Down the ground, called, I believe, and Staunton's going to have another kick, again from a tight angle, so this is certainly no certainty. However, it could put us in front by 4 points.
Absolutely correct. Just looking at our current company, we've got Raiders player here, Bede Kavanagh, a known Kiwi. We'll just have a quick yarn to him here, actually, if he's up for it. Bede, obviously disappointing result today for the boys, but second chance next week. What do you reckon has to change going into it?
Yeah, how you going, Pikey? Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game for us today. I mean, D's got a few early goals on the board early, and we're the sort of didn't fall in our favour. I mean, they locked down the game down pretty early, so it was uphill battle from about the first quarter for us. But next week, hopefully, whether it be the Lions or Putney, we'll put our best foot forward and hope for the win and hopefully get a rematch in the granny, to be fair.
And as we say that, we just see the Cats score a goal here, so they hit the lead. But before you go, B, we've seen you go down. I think it was the fourth quarter holding your leg. Talk us through that. Just a bit of cramp or anything to worry about?
Yeah, nah. Just went in for a tackle. Just got a wee corky in the quad. Loose knee going into the quad. But I've run in a bit of water now and it's going all right. So we'll be all right for next week.
Beauty, mate. And what's the plans for tonight? Laying low, or is there a big one on the cards?
Oh, I was going to watch back the replay of the few matches just to hear all the rubbish commentary that comes out of it. But yeah, we'll see how it plans out, I think.
No doubt. Get the pen and paper out and count the old stats, will you?
Yeah, I'm as I said, I'm running water now. I reckon I've had more touches on the water bottles than I've had in the match, to be fair. But yeah, we'll have a watch over for sure.
Brilliant, mate. Thanks for your time. Good luck next week to the Raiders.
Thanks, Bede. Back to the footy and fantastic contest coming out here as we saw Stevie Staunton put that ball through for a goal and put the Wildcats back in front here at the Duke Meadows. So the Wildcats go in front by 3 points. Great kick from Stevie Staunton before, and he really put that through. Oh, that was a bit... And he's going to get a free kick? You've got to be kidding me, umpire.
So 4 points in favour to the Wildcats, just as we're approaching 12 minutes in. So time is ticking, but plenty of opportunity. The Cats would really like the next one just to get a bit of breathing space. Demons want none of it. They want to chalk one back. It's game on, Daz. This is the time that the real men step up and the boys sit down.
Yeah, that is true, Matty. That is true. 12 minutes gone in the final term down here at the Meadows, and the contest is willing. The bodies may be tired, but the boys are really throwing in as Sammy Taggart has a kick here on the wing to try and give the boys an opportunity to put a ball inside forward 50. Bit of work there from Jones. He's just walking. He's going to get this, and he's plucked it again.
That is just absolutely thumped onto the chest.
Another magic trick. He's just taking that nicely.
Storno. Get up, Storno.
Oh!
That's a great grab almost.
That was a bit
there.
Leo Barry Star style from the Wandsworth boys there.
Leo, if you're listening,
big shout out.
Brilliant mark. Saved us that game.
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie. It's a bitter spot for me.
As Tyce just throws his body in again.
He's certainly been one of the bigger contributors on the ground today by head and by heart. He's thrown his body around at every single contest. He's always been willing, and he's the one that's sort of driven him off half back there. I'd like to see Big Ev, if he's floating around, to try and get his hands on the ball. Timmy Menzies has really taken that role today. He's given us a lot of rebound off half back.
Yeah, it's Wildcats free kick here. One thing is for sure, both of these teams will not want to play next week. It's been a very physical contest. There will be sore boys. None of them will want to play next week. Plenty to play for at the moment, as Matty Aves, your boy, lines up, kicked a very similar one last week.
Can do it. He's a great kicker of the football.
He likes it.
Oh!
Shuts the line.
Touch
he tried
behind.
to just caress that in.
Wadsworth here to get the kick. Your boy Drakey taking the kick outs again.
He is, and he can roost it. Good thing for the Cats here, it's in their forward. Doesn't matter if they're scoring, they just need to keep it in there. Yeah. As Drakey goes long, 2-on-1.
Touch. Yeah, good.
Not a bad result, both sides. 50 metres away. So plenty of chat coming from the sideline here. Do this, do that. Basically, it's out of the coach's hands sort of at the moment. They can do bits and pieces, but it's all up to the players here.
Obviously, another player going to have to go and stand with the Wildcat. Gregson going to throw it in.
Done well. Falcon number 9 for the day.
Outstanding.
Stevie Conlon unfortunately copped that one in the schnoz.
It's good to hear the boys trying to direct traffic from behind there. That just had a quick listen, and there's a lot of voice around. Everyone's up and about, and as you said, no one wants to play next week, Matty. Everyone's fighting for the prize, and it's good to see this hard-fought contest really being fought out. As we see Wandsworth try and clear it from the forward 50. Is that ball going to go out? No. Oh, the mind is willing, and the bodies are too at this point.
Yeah, that was there. Unfortunately, Drakey just worked that one down. Joel Selwood milked his way into the free kick, but it was across the head. So he'll kick probably down the line, which he will go. hugs the boundary line. Louis goes, none of that.
Tice is on the ground. Good from Cliff. He tackled hard. Boys, Menzies looking for the ball. A great wrap-up tackle, and we're going to have a stoppage mid-wing with the Wildcats looking to push forward here. Little Timmy floating around, buzzing around like the little bee that he is. Tap goes Wandsworth's way. Handball to come here. 74 for Wandsworth, getting another handball on. He sold him down the river.
So,
jeez, lucky there.
Very lucky for the Cats boys there if he was away. As Bede Kavanagh, who we just had a little chat to then, goes to roll the arm over. See how the young chap goes. He's done not too bad.
You reckon Chatty can take some lessons from that? Jeez.
No one really wanted that ball. We'll see it again in case you missed it at home. Ball gets thrown in. Ruckman say, I'm here, throw it to me. Timmy Menzies hugging around the pack. Ball gets punched forward. Robbie Gore is that. Brilliant.
Oh, stop complaining.
He's not happy with it.
That was high. That was high. And the Wildcats will get a kick here.
Umpire says,
Dan Clifford.
High. Wildcats ball. So Dan Clifford, the owner of the British Bulldog, goes down to Stevie. Yes. Big tongue on that Bulldog.
Come on, boys. We're going to have to get some movement here. You're not going to get it standing around with your hands on your hips.
Sammy Drake again. This boy's been outstanding today.
He's a big fella, isn't he? That's a great tackle. Fantastic from Della. The little fella just getting the job done, just pinning the arm there and just really holding the ball in. I think he might have done him a little bit there, Drakey. Oh, no. Just trying to get rid of a bit of tape.
Bit of a shake of the head. Old Drakey. He's not overly impressed about something. Ball comes down. Tice. Just a big ball. Get out of my
ball
way.
Spills out. Bit of
ball
feeling there.
Timmy.
Get rid of it, Timmy. Good job, son.
Oh, uses the body brilliantly.
Della swooping on it. Oh, that could be sliding. No, fantastic.
Gets
Well, Timmy.
Forward.
Handball, Timmy. Oh, what are you doing, son?
Storno.
Oh, dear.
Grand effort. He's followed up.
Just needed to see a little bit of vision there from Timmy. He could have just popped the ball across and we would have had a decent inside 50. As the ball spills away over to the wing with Sammy Taggart really reaching out, doing everything he's got to try and get that ball over the lane. And finally, we're going to have a throw in mid-wing just in front of the glorious Wildcats area.
Yeah, marquee, you'd say, which Westpac have kindly sponsored us with that marquee. And on the left of screen to that is Top Deck. So just a few of our major sponsors getting involved there.
He's got play on there. You've got to be kidding me. Everyone had stopped.
Once again, big thank you to our major sponsors. Do a wonderful job. We wouldn't be a club without them.
Good tackle. Punch from behind, son. He's done a good job.
Plenty of noise coming from the Demons squad at the moment.
Wildcats outnumbered there, but they've done really well. And Dan Clifford showing his soccer background, just pumping that one out on the half volley. And Wildcats are going to get the free kick here just on the half back line. Big Benno, great man. He's going to take his kick just in front of the Wandsworth supporters. I dare say he is copping a mouthful over there.
5 points in favour of the Wildcats at the moment, approaching the 19th minute mark of the fourth term. Matty Abe's tries to pick up, fumbles a little bit. What's the crack? Comes in, couldn't pick it up. Abe's again. He is everywhere at the minute. Ball comes out. Demons kicks forward. One-on-one. Pushed out of it nicely. Dropped the footy. That's not good. Comes in. It's everywhere at the moment. Ball is, where is the football? In dispute. Demons, I think, got it out. He's got a paddock here if he wants it. Louis closing in.
I wonder if Ev Johnson's just...
Mac.
Just hiding an injury there. He's running around pretty lamely.
Yeah, pretty...
really struggled to get out of first gear.
Mac not overly impressed with something, Mac. Pointing the finger at someone.
I think he was calling Rousey soft there. He played for the free kick when he probably should have been sticking his hands up and going for the mark. Oh, that's a high fend. Give him a free kick. As the ball's wrapped up here and it's going to be a ball up just on the Wandsworth 50.
It's D-Day now. Nowhere to hide. 5 minutes to go.
That's good. Matty Pike with some great pun work there.
Yeah, just been building for these last 5 minutes. Oh, high fend off.
Oh, Tice, just calm down, son. Don't waste your energy.
Right, Tice. Milk the clock, son. 5, probably still a bit too long to milk.
We've got 5 minutes to go here. I don't know if we can wind down 5 minutes, but I can certainly see their need to slow the game down at every spot.
So Benno's gone, threaded it. Probably not a great kick to an undersized Gregson. Probably the best player for the Demons at the moment, who's got the ball at the moment, young Sammy Drake.
Oh, big Stevie stands tall with a good smother.
As I've talked him up.
Stevie's got him.
He's done well there.
Great work, son. This game's just gone up another notch, and that is high from
Rousey, your boy.
Rouse, son. What are you doing?
Ball comes forward, ball gets kicked long. Probably had more time than he thought. Mark goes up. He's marked it.
Oh, God.
Mark the football.
A mark here. This is a big deal right here. This ball is about 50
He's
out.
Racing back. There's 4 minutes to go. He's back yourself in, son, if you think you can do it. He's going to be kicking from 50.
This would be to put Wandsworth in the lead by a point.
Deep into the 4th. Got to get tools on the line here. Rousey saying, give the ball to me. There's 2 Wildcats up his tail.
Big run in.
Kick comes in.
Long kick.
He likes it.
It's long.
He likes
it.
He likes it a lot.
And it's a goal, and Wandsworth are up, and my word, doesn't he like it? And why wouldn't you? That is a fantastic kick from the Wandsworth lad. He's put them in front by a point with about 3 minutes 30 to go on the clock.
Now I can see our club president, Chad Sellinger, running out. He'd be saying, boys, plenty of time. 3 minutes is a lot of time in a game of football.
Matty, I hate to put you on the spot, but what happens if the Wildcats manage to get a point here and it's a draw? Any thoughts?
Well, actually, I'm not sure. I assume they play 10 minutes each way, do they?
You would think so.
I would think so. Plenty of time for the Cats. 1 more for the Demons, and that'll seal it.
Big punch.
Steve-O.
Ball.
Ball's going everywhere at the moment. Umpire says play on. Ball gets kicked forward. Comes up. Mack will be looking to get it to ground. Mark comes off hands.
Great last minute spoil.
Demons get kicked forward. 1-on-1.
Louis doesn't quite have the pace to go there.
Timmy Menzies, beautiful back there. Umpire says, give it to me. 2.5 to go.
Jeez, it's hard not to get vocal here, Matty. This game is just
on.
on.
Getting excited here,
it's
Daz.
on, and we've got to get the friction on.
This is why we play footy for these sort of games.
Ball's out the back. Wandsworth have a kick. Oh, and there's a point. A handy point, though. A handy point. Just to
got to move it here.
Make it a proper kick. They've got to kick a goal now, the Wildcats, to get back in front.
Has to move it.
Point won't give them the draw.
I'm going to call it to go straight up the ring-a-ding-ding.
Oh, no, and he's out of the square.
That's crucial.
With 2 minutes on the clock. That is a massive mistake from Mac. And the Wildcats, I dare say here, would be looking to rush this through for a behind.
The Demons will be licking their chops at the moment. That is a crucial mistake, unfortunately.
And they'll be trying to hold time up here, and they won't want this to go through. They'll just be looking to drop this ball down on the ground, pile as many numbers on top, and really try and milk as much time as they possibly can off this clock with about 1:30 remaining in the game. Push out, and it's going to be a Wildcats ball. This is massive for the boys. And who's going to have it? Big Stevie Conlon. So you're going to have to go, son. Kick it to Timmy Menzies.
This is the last roll of the dice.
Do not waste your time, son. You need...
Got to go long to height. Gregson, probably not height. Neither is Andy Chalice. Ball gets kicked over the top. Wildcats got the ball. Kicks it, throws it on the left. Comes down. Easy. Timmy Menzies. He's dropped it. Ball's in. Throws a leg. Stevie Conlon throws another leg. At the back. Ball is kicked long. Ev Johnson got to go. Just before. Ball's out. Less than a minute here. Less than a minute to play, and a long way from Wildcats home, unfortunately.
Stevie Staunton, you're going to have to come up the ground here, mate.
Gonna have to come up.
Unfold the arms. That'd be great.
Unfortunately, Rousey's not the person you want to have the ball. Seconds counting down.
Rush it through.
That's not a great result either.
That is not what the Wildcats were looking for. And with 30 seconds to go and the ball deep inside Wandsworth's half, I cannot see the boys being able to get the ball down the other end. I would love to be proved wrong at this point. As the ball's thrown up, ball tapped forward, Keith Dellavedova taking it. And that's going to be another ball up. And I dare say that may well be the game for the Wildcats here, for Wandsworth rather.
If God is a thing, we need him now. It's physically impossible at the minute. Demons will win and progress to the grand final.
It's a free kick for the Wildcats.
Siren should sound any second.
They have time on in the last quarter.
Siren has
That's
sounded.
the siren. And Wandsworth are going to run out 1 point winners here at the Meadows. And they celebrate accordingly. Those boys are through to a grand final. They've played a fantastic game of football and they've, I don't want to say come from behind, but for large parts of that last term, they were behind and have managed to wrench this game back in and put themselves into the 2017 grand final. A fantastic effort by the boys. Everyone's getting around shaking hands, but the Wildcats boys would be bitterly disappointed with that last quarter not being able to calm the game down. They made a few crucial errors in some critical points in that last term, and that will really come home to roost with them over the next couple of hours. That, you know, the game was there for the taking, and unfortunately for them, they have not come out on the right side today.
Unfortunately for us, Daz, that was the fifth and final game for today. So we say see ya to everyone worldwide watching. It's been a pleasure calling all of the games today. Hope everyone enjoyed it at home. Daz, hopefully this isn't the last time in the commentary box, mate. I think we did all right. So we'll see you all next week or tomorrow even. I believe it might be worldwide also. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Matty. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.